Good evening and welcome to Castle of Adventure, the show where currently we are pulling together a group of worthy adventurers from across the role-playing, acting, streaming, cosplaying, you name it genres, went for our live stream, which we're hopefully going to be setting up and starting soon. Although we kind of already have, which is why you're watching now. Tonight we have with us regular adventurers. We have Andy and Jessica, and first-time adventurer here tonight we have James. Bringing it in, the three of you have travelled many, many miles through to the Marble City, where you have been given your Delver's badges. These badges allow you to travel to the fortress of Caer Zhelit and begin the quest of delving. This ancient fortress was ruled over by Bazazath, this fallen celestial from thousands of years ago, who came to the world thousands of years ago and was defeated only in the last couple of centuries. The world is still recovering from warfare, and his fortress, because it was deemed too costly to continue sending soldiers down there, was opened up to the Guild of Delvers. You now travel towards Caer Zhelit, the fortress itself, and you have travelled roughly about a third of the way there so far. Dark clouds cover the skies and heavy rain begins to fall, and it turns torrential within minutes and forms sudden streams along the road. Lightning stabs down from murky clouds above, and rain soaks through your clothes. Hard wind tear at your cloaks, and not far away, a nearby chestnut tree falls to the ground, struck by lightning. However, further ahead, a single lantern shines. Through the downpour is the welcoming glow of a warm fire, and possibly by an inn.
It's a fair place to stop, I think, given weather. It is not going to improve, it looks like, is what I've been told.
Can't see anyone else around here, we might as well set up for the night.
Yeah, we to ourselves will be perhaps a nice relaxation, maybe, given our travels.
It doesn't look like the nicest place.
Look at the weather. I would prefer to have some kind of be wet and be in a nice warm place with fire than me still travelling under all of this torrential rain. And you see tree who fall. There's not good omen I have read about.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling. Bad omens are not good.
I would prefer to take risk in going to inns. We have seen tree fall. It's guaranteed bad omen. We go to inn. If it is no good, then we can carry on moving if we wish. Or
I think it's better to avoid the dangers of the trees falling.
I mean, we could just fly.
Yes, but I like the trees.
You can fly.
Perhaps it is best to describe your characters at this point.
This is news to me as well. Yes.
Andy, if you'd care to describe Jonathan.
I'm an helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Grey's main bit of white feathered round neck, light armour on, and as I said, we can fly. He just opens up one of his wings and just puts it over. Hopefully that will keep the rain off a little bit.
I don't know why I did not see this before. The giant wings on your back. It's
It is that.
I was told to listen to you. I know. I should listen to you from now on. I have one giant wing. Great.
Jessica.
So I am essentially a giant black heron, wearing completely black, normal eyes until the light hits them, and then they just turn like this hypnotic red. And there's two little tips at the top.
Awesome. And James, would you introduce Jabal?
I am. Yes, I am Jabal. I am a cleric of the god Gilnian, who is a god of knowledge. I've spent the majority of my life in there's a lot of great seminaries which do a lot of research and reading and looking for knowledge of the world. Mm-hmm. And we also brew a moonshine in our spare time. It's a healthy tonic. It is brewed once a month under the lights of the full moon. It is something I consider part of my heritage of being part of the seminary. I've been sent out. This is my first time out into the great world, having spent the first 18 years, 19 years of my life growing up in the seminary and reading and brewing and reading.
Indeed, many of the seminaries and churches are asked to provide clerics and healers to the Guild of Delvers, it being such an important task, and you are heading there as part of almost a tithe to do your part.
And I think maybe it's a work experience, perhaps, as well. Then I might get put somewhere in a nicer seminary which might have, better stuff than we brew, perhaps.
That sounds very wise. You move closer towards this dim light and discover that it is indeed an inn, or it still looks like it's been here for centuries, though. It's a 2-story building with dark oak and stone, much of which is covered with white, weather-worn cladding. The rainfall gushes down from a thick thatched roof that extends over the windows on the upper floor. A weather vane is spinning madly in the savage winds next to a wide rectangular brick chimney. The sign, which features a crude illustration of a ragged wolf with barred fangs, has been torn from its chains by the storm and has landed in the flooded flower beds that run around the building. Next to the inn, you can see some stables, a simple but solid stone building, large enough for maybe half a dozen or more mounts. Building that there's also a small outhouse around the corner of the building that the wind threatens to tear the roof off at any moment.
So are we walking here, or are we
Yes,
on,
you are
walking?
walking.
That's fine. We haven't quite earned the
point.
to get horses yet.
Yeah.
So.
This is why you are going adventuring. Your pockets are light. And that of your order.
Well, let's go in and try and see if does it look like there's a fire?
You can see the warm lanterns glowing, and it's dark, so you can't really see if the fire is lit, but you would guess so, especially in this kind of a weather.
Yes, absolutely, yes. I would like to go in first, if I may. I've been told it is a good place to go to stay, I think. So, yes, I would like to go in first.
Okay. You walk up to this old, weather-beaten door. It's kind of got that look where the wood has got that silvery colour because it's been there for so long, so aged. And you go to turn the handle and push, as you would expect to be able to walk into it, but the door is locked.
Awesome.
You have to knock 3 times.
Nice.
Bad things happen if we don't knock
You
3
agree?
times.
So knock 3. Is this a thing? Knock 3 times?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Are there any windows we can see?
Yes, you can see there are windows all around the building. There's light spilling out merrily.
I'm going to have a quick look in the window to see if there's anybody there who could be tense enough.
Okay.
Should we break it?
From your
we should see if anybody's
position,
home
let's
first.
see.
Lights are on after all, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, so from where you are stood, you can see what appears to be an old man. You can see some sort of elven character, a short human perhaps, maybe a halfling, you're not sure. But there are people sat in the common room.
I know, we should give them a really big fright. You and me will stand at either window. We'll wait for a big burst of light, and they'll think there's 2 evil bird people after them. And there will be.
Is perhaps not the best way of... I know you are not keen to stay in the inn. Perhaps sabotaging our stay is not the wisest.
I was more thinking about fun.
More lightning crashes around you.
Fine, let's find out.
Then I will
If
knock.
we get inside, we can always have fun at night when everyone's went to bed. Scare a few people, scare
I
the
will
windows.
point out which room I am in, so that means you can perhaps miss that one, maybe? I would prefer. Yes, absolutely. Yes, they would prefer as well.
You knock 3 times on the wooden door. You hear a few startled yells from inside the inn, and
Is this a real thing?
the door cracks open. You can see below eye level a dwarven lady. She sort of opens it a bit more and wrings her hands as she opens it and says, welcome to the Old Wolf Inn. I'm glad you found my inn despite the dreadful weather. Although you've arrived on a most unfortunate evening.
Oh.
There's been a terrible accident here at the inn.
This has not been bad omening in. It's happened before we arrived. Before we arrived, this happened.
I knew it.
Before.
Maybe this is what that she was warning us about. You never know.
The tree did it.
Could be. If not,
Will you come inside?
Oh, we would prefer to, given the weather.
Quite wise,
Yeah,
actually.
yes.
We could maybe come inside. We'll talk more.
Yes.
Who died?
Well,
You said there'd be too much glee. Who died? You seem excited saying, who died?
Who died?
What happened?
It was the captain of a local guard. He was on patrol in this area. There are two other wardens he was with, but he appears to have perished.
So there was a group of 3 people.
A group of three wardens.
Have the other two made it back?
No, they're all here. They all made it here.
That's good.
So this accident took place inside your inn?
It took place here. Well, they got here and now he's dead.
One of them is missing. One of them is...
She leads you in, and you can see there's what appears to be like a halfling man. You can see an old sort of craggedy guy with a long beard. There are 2 private junior officers of the watch. One's got sort of short top knot, shaved sides, female. Human. The other is male human, chiseled jaw, aquiline nose, blonde hair. Seems to be giving off that sort of air of somebody who thinks they're in charge now. You can also see possibly an elven chap.
So what role do wardens play? You said there was 3 of them, 3 wardens who were patrolling.
Wardens are guards employed by the realm to sort of patrol the roads. They're pulled in from like local towns, but they move. The wardens are road wardens essentially. They're like.
So are they more a militia, or are they sort of more of a trained kind of standing army? Given you said road wardens, it's more maybe a volunteer kind of militia, perhaps.
It is more of a militia type thing, but they are paid for their job.
Yeah.
It's like being a local sheriff, but highway patrol, like a medieval highway patrol.
Okay. So tell us, what happened in this accident? There were 3 and now there are 2.
Yes, quite. So the wardens came last night. They're out on patrol, and well, the captain wasn't looking too bright. He'd apparently been injured in a wee scuffle, and so that's why Cara and John brought him here, figuring it was the closest place. So they brought him here. They ate. They drank. The captain went up to his room. I made him a nice herbal tea to hopefully like help him like drift off. You know, the sort of thing you give when sleep makes folks better. Of course, to say.
Unless it's forever.
It does seem to have worked slightly too well.
Quite, but it was it's a herbal remedy that I've given to many of my patrons, especially on nights like this.
To kill them?
No, for a cold, or just to, if they're feeling under the weather, improve their immune system. Is he?
He does this a lot. You kind of get used to it. He eventually gets to the point.
Okay. Oh, okay. Do we need to wait?
Well, Sometimes one of them, the council who are my best friends in the seminary, sometimes they ask for clarifications on things we are speaking about. Sometimes they can provide advice about things we are speaking about.
You turned your best friends into leeches.
Oh, no. You see, in this seminary where I am from, you cannot... It is difficult to make friends there. You spend all day reading, and then sometimes you spend all evening brewing things. So I have a collection of friends. They were leeches when they began, you see.
And what are they now?
Oh, they are still leeches.
Oh, they were leeches when they began. I thought they'd become something else.
No. This is like advice they provide in certain situations.
I've never heard of that.
And they certainly have a couple of questions that perhaps we can ask about.
The leeches have questions.
Oh, they have. No, they speak to me, and I speak. They speak through me. Perhaps is the best way to put it. Perhaps.
I'm terrified as to what this might entail.
There's nothing to worry about it.
You need not be afraid unless you're guilty.
I mean, that is a fair.
I only feel a little bit
It really has a fair
afraid
point, I
whenever you
suppose.
You're very...
Maybe we're more than happy to help. If we can stay here for a night or two, perhaps we'll get food and board here. Perhaps you may be able to provide some advice on or guidance on what happened with this poor man.
Indeed, Cara steps forward. She's about just shy of 6 foot. She has brown hair, close cropped in a wee top knot. She looks quite ripped as well.
I see.
Everyone here could have done it. So, even though obviously I know it wasn't me, I don't know it wasn't any of them. So only you three, we know, didn't commit a crime here.
How do you know that?
Please do not paint us
You weren't here.
Please do not paint us in
I'm
incredible light.
starting to have doubts.
To be fair, I'm starting to have doubts as well. All the time. I've not seen you do this, but...
You did disappear the other night.
Well,
I am now wondering where you went.
What I mean is, how do you know it was definitely someone in the building and not someone who is left?
Yes, has anybody left since this incident happened?
Inga, the dwarf, steps forward and she's like, no, I locked up. And as far as I'm aware, nobody left the building that night.
But did anybody enter?
If he was locked, perhaps there would be evidence of a break-in, perhaps.
But no, there was no appearance of forced entry.
Or it could be magical.
Could be.
You're quite paranoid about all of this. Is there past experience of this kind of thing happening with yourself? Going to places and people being injured?
I kind of take my sword. Yeah, it happens quite often.
I see. Okay. Make a note.
Murdering weirdos.
Well, they're kind of talking. I'm just going to try and just wander around quietly, just to see if I can hear what everyone's talking about, especially the other two wardens.
Okay.
So Cara and John, is that right?
Cara and John.
So Cara's already come forward to speak to us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what John's up to.
Are you going to walk up to him?
I'll try and get a read on him as I'm getting closer and then just go off a bit of a word.
Okay. He sort of stood just at the bar, leaning on it nonchalantly. And he's like, I've not seen one of you for quite some time. Never mind two. How intriguing.
Yeah, with a bit of a double act. We seem to end up in the same spot quite often.
Interesting.
So
you're leading this investigation.
Well, helping out after all. We don't want to tread on anybody's toes, which was obviously being hired to help keep peace around here, but...
I can understand it, but being the most senior person here, surely it should be me. However, Cara disagrees. But I can understand the wisdom, as technically I two could have done it.
An outside perspective is never something to turn away.
True.
So just, you don't seem very cut up about it. You seem very,
I mean, I like the captain. I did. However, like, and he leans forward a little bit. He's like, I don't wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was a bit of a bastard, you know.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
He was a bit of a bastard.
He was a what?
Bit of a bastard.
A bit of a bastard?
Excuse me, what did you say? What is he doing? No, that way. Sorry. I'm so focused on this bit.
Yeah, so like, I kind of like, he was a rising star when I joined the guard, the watch, you know, so I just sort of started hanging around him a bit. And
now you're the rising star?
I mean, I wouldn't say so, not yet. But one
You haven't
really
moved up a
does.
step to the ladder though?
I mean, nobody's moved me up a step from the ladder yet. Let's not jump any arrows here, shall we, so to speak. Is that a phrase?
That's a phrase.
Yes, from this next
Technically, I think at this time period, it would be, let's not jump any bows here. So, eggs in baskets, horses.
Horses in baskets.
You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, is what I'm saying.
Animals in containers here. This is great.
That's like, Cara's a very good officer, and she's been like, she's looked out for me as well, you know. So like, even if I was overlooked and she got the job, you know, I wouldn't be too miffed. Why are you looking at me like that? I feel very
Vulnerable?
Guilty.
vulnerable. Is an accurate term. Does she stare at people like that a lot?
I've only just met her and I'm terrified of her. I only just met her a couple of days ago. When she stares like that, I know to turn away and speak to my friends instead.
Normally when she has an insight on someone, she seems to have that bit of a extra glint in her eye.
Interesting. Well, if you could just, you know, it's quite. It feels like you're undressing me with your eyes, and I don't like it.
Yes, she will do.
Oh, she won't be undressing you with her eyes, believe me. It's more places to hurt people she likes.
Oh,
It's
God,
one of-
I'm locking my door.
I don't think that will help, to be fair. Oh, sorry, it's not loud, sorry.
But yes, no.
News with attacked apparently. So just let's get back to the topic at hand, obviously.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there at the time.
Nice coincidence, but yes, continue.
I was, I volunteered to look after the horses. The captain thought he saw something.
Did Carla go as well, or did he just go on his own?
Cara went too. I knew the area well, and I thought best to keep an eye out for something. But then, about 20 minutes later, the captain and Cara come, like, hurtling out of the woods, the scrub, like, just barreling towards me. Cara was keeping him up with one arm around the captain. There was, like a graze or a cut on his side, and they just mounted and we had to tear off. And then we came here, and we haven't really had a chance to sort of catch up about things yet.
I'm going to turn to Jobel and say,
Yes.
during your time studying,
Yes.
did you get to learn quite a bit about animals and potential
No,
things that
it is more the history, religion, perhaps. But I do have a level of insight, perhaps, into certain things, which may be able to benefit us, perhaps. I am curious. What is his? John. That is. Yes, of course. Yes, I'm Jobel, as my friend. It's good to meet you. I'm sorry for the loss of your colleague. Although you said you weren't keen on the man.
I believe he said bastard.
Oh, sorry. You shouted it. I wasn't sure if you meant him or somebody else who perhaps was maybe offending you.
I didn't wish him dead, but he...
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, the fact you have actually brought that up, though, is...
Shows a level of honesty, at least, doesn't it?
Yes.
Did I occasionally want to kick him in the face? Yes.
I think we all want to kick people in the face sometimes, perhaps. Yes, I know. You listen.
Scratch their eyes.
What scratch eyes?
Wow, you are terrifying.
So, what kind of wound was caused to the captain?
I think
being road wardens, you will have a certain level of basic medical training, I imagine. If you are chopping in threes.
I patched the captain up myself.
Okay.
Dab hand with a little bit of linen.
It's always good to be, yes.
It looked like an arrow graze, just grazed by an arrow. A lot of blood, One of those ones just bleeds like a...
Oh, it looks a lot worse than it is, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
He had lost blood, though, by the looks of things. It was drenched down his side.
Did you find the arrow?
I did not find the arrow, no.
I imagine that the first important thing to do was to get the man medical attention and then search for this arrow. In dark, in undergrowth, it may be difficult to find. But you said an arrow.
An arrow, or a bolt. Could have been a bolt. It just had that... It looked like something that just went right past him. Too big to be too small to be a spear or javelin.
So was he in a reasonable condition? All things said, when you managed to get him to the inn here, was his wound cleaned by people here?
I mean, I went through the usual motions, like clean water, a little bit of oil on it, fresh linen on it every 6 hours. When we got here, I cleaned the wound up myself. Fresh bandage on it. We ate and had dinner, and it was throughout dinner that he appeared to... No, hang on.
I understand it is a difficult time for you. You take your time and get your story correct.
So we came here, we had a drink first.
Oh, sure.
Then we dumped our stuff in our rooms. We all came down, and then we ate.
Okay.
And then... After a few more, the captain seemed to start feeling a little bit rough in the evening, went to bed. He did look a little pale, but I just thought it was from the blood loss.
Oh, it's fair enough, I think, yes. So were you sharing in a... Sorry, I don't mean to stand on people's toes when I'm asking these questions of people. It is quite interesting. So, you say you've... dumped your stuff into the room. Were you all sharing one room together? Or was
no. We had separate rooms.
Oh, you had separate rooms, okay.
Yeah. We each had separate rooms. We just had two of the guest rooms. The captain was in Inga's room.
The captain was in Inga's room, the owner of this establishment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
With Inga? With Inga?
Oh, no. I don't think so.
I imagine perhaps, I have to ask you about this, maybe you have some better medical training than yourself to look after this person.
I mean, she may do. She was I think as far as I'm aware, she was a bit like yourselves when she was younger, a bit of a rough and tumble gal. Went on a few adventures herself.
Is the body still here?
Yeah, it's quiet. It's in the room.
You should go look at it.
Should. One
Yes.
more question.
One more thing. One more thing.
Has there been any incidents recently of bandits or other people around who may have wished the guards harm? After all, if you just maybe stopping them, any shared convoys or something, they might be interested in getting rid of one or two of us.
The road wardens are usually the first group of people that get hit by bandits,
That's what I was thinking.
However, this felt more like happenstance to me.
Can I make a roll of insight or something? I was just to find out if there's any known to be any bandit activity in this local area as we've been travelling through. Because if I had known that we were going to this great fortress, then I may well be aware of different territories around the area.
Yeah, go for it.
Would it be an insight roll for that? Or
if you're thinking about like what's in the area,
yeah,
that would probably be history.
history. Okay. So I have blessings of knowledge, so I can double the bonus on history and religion.
No worries.
So that will be a 16 for history.
16. On this side of the mountains, you can't think of any sort of major fortresses or even bandit camps that you're aware of.
So there's no ongoing conflict or anything at the moment?
Not
no.
currently, no. The world is this part of the world and the continent is still reeling from the war against Bazazath.
Okay. And perhaps the next course of action is to look at the body. I have a certain degree of proficiency when it comes to medicine. Perhaps another pair of eyes maybe will allow us to find out a bit more information. Maybe.
Are you saying this in front of John, or?
Well, I'm speaking to my two companions about it, but this is still within listening distance of John.
All right.
We should lock the door. Make sure nobody gets out.
Perhaps a relocking door, maybe.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Oh, she's very good healing. I'm very impressed.
Should we not have the key so that no one else can get out?
I think if you tell people to stay,
Not if they're a murderer.
I think the way you look at people may convince them to hang around.
Perhaps more of a persuasion.
More than anything else.
Perhaps more of a persuasion than intimidation is perhaps the course of action to go. These people will be still in the case of shock. If this person did your captain die last night or this morning?
I went to check on him and no answer, and had to give the door a good old shove.
Can I climb up on top of one of the tables?
Of course, yes.
This is not good.
That will end very well. She's quite
Nobody leaves. No.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Nobody is to leave this room. If you do, and you try to leave, I will catch up to you.
If I may suggest, perhaps for a little more impact, if you wish to make a loud noise.
You do not think this is having an impact?
To really make an impact, so I use thaumaturgy to increase the volume of a voice.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
As a cantrip.
Okay.
So you can then just tune the voice or whatever.
You Gandalf your
spread
voice.
her wings as well.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage due to the help of thaumaturgy.
Okay, intimidation. Cool. 19.
19, amazing. And you're a black stalk, Arafakra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with one little light goes onto it, like
Okay.
blinding red eyes.
Okay. What class are you again?
Bad.
Bad, cool. Okay, so you bring your black wings out and your voice is magically enhanced, your red eyes glaring at all the patrons and staff and soldiery in the room as you say, no one leaves. A few of them look quite terrified
I'm
as
not
you...
trying to trick you!
I'm trying to help you!
Okay! This is helping! This is helping!
Shall we go look at the dead person?
I stopped on the Shall we go and look now? Yes, you don't have to intimidate me, I believe you!
Oh my god! What am I going to do to the body? Yes, you make your way upstairs to the guest room. Give me 1 second and I have something for you. Where have they gone? Things. That's the ground floor. That is also the ground floor.
How many floors does this place have?
There we go.
Several did all the ground.
Several ground floors.
So
This
this
is
is
so confusing.
the upstairs there. Make sure I've got a copy of that too. I'm not just giving you the only ground floor map. Cool. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then, folks. So you are upstairs in the Old Wolf Inn.
So the hayloft is the ground. It's on ground floor.
Hayloft is on the ground floor outside, but that's the first floor of the outbuilding in stables. Yeah? Remember when you came in, there was the stables?
Okay, I see what you mean.
So have you got the... You've got the upstairs. Here's your ground floor of it, just to give you more of a view. So that's the stables there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are in... Let me find it. So I believe Artemis's room is the big one in the corner.
Who's Artemis?
Captain Artemis, the person who is dead.
Oh, we didn't ask his name.
We're very careful.
I thought his name was Captain. I didn't ask anything.
So it's this one. It's that one's my one. That one's your one. So it's this room over here.
That one.
This one has numbers on as well. This one not for our eyes either.
No, that one will be fine. It's
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
That one's fine. Artemis / Inga's room actually is room 8. It's the really, really big one here. There. The room is the finest. It is the largest of the rooms at the inn. It's painted in a sage green with a golden picture rail. The fireplace is larger than those in the other guest rooms, which you haven't checked out yet. There are 2 empty candlestick holders in brushed iron and fit along one wall, and a large chest of drawers stands near the desk. It is quite chilly and damp in here. The shape of a man lies face down on the bed. There's no immediate sign of struggle or violence.
So, this place is chilly and damp. Does it mean, has the fire not been on recently? If it's chilly and damp in here.
No, apparently the fire was, fire was lit last night, so
No, makes sense.
it'll be, you can feel that, and it's raining, so you can feel the chills start to creep in. If there had been a fire lit this evening, it would have been less chilly and damp.
As we walk in, I'm just going to have a quick look at the door frame.
Oh, the door frame?
Just because John said he'd forced it open to see if there's any signs of its damage, just to see if it was damaged.
You can see where John didn't break the door down. You can see that he tried to shove it, and the lock has grazed a little bit and sort of forced it out of position just a little, but then clearly it was then unlocked to be opened. So you can see somebody did try and you can see that there's a big kick mark, and you can see that the area where the lock would slide into is warped and misshapen, but not enough to open it fully.
So somebody did try to break in?
John told us when he didn't get word from
of course
the captain, he tried to get in, apparently failed.
Then why not speak to the innkeeper if the innkeeper is room is in there? If captain is in room with the innkeeper.
Do not know.
She wasn't in the room. Because somebody asked if she would. I believe it was you who asked.
Yeah, but it is her room, isn't it?
It is her room, but they were not sharing the room.
But they could have just got a key.
Yeah. Maybe ask her. I don't know. Why did you try and kick down the door and not get a key?
Can I investigate the body, please?
Of course.
I'd like to investigate the wound. I have to use medicine for that.
Medicine or investigation?
Investigation, I
Okay.
use. That's no, actually, if it's... I've got +4 on medicine, so I'll go for medicine. That'll be a 10.
A 10.
Does it actually look like a crossbow, like a small bolt wound?
You investigate the wound on Captain Artemis's side first. You can see it is quite a deep cut, but nothing that's life-threatening at all. It's a little bit red and angry around the wound. Do you want to investigate the body further?
Well, I'm curious. If the wounds were changed every 6 hours, do they still have the bandages or whatever from which were taken off before being replaced? Are they in the room or?
You have a little look around. You can see that there's some dirty bandages in the bin. There's a small little, and you can see that there's a. Give me an investigation check, actually.
That's not great. That's going to be an 8, unfortunately.
There's a wrap of bandages in a waste bin. That's all.
Can I check the windows and sort of all other entry points of the chimney, things like that?
Right.
Make sure that no one has, come in elsewhere.
What's your background?
What do you...
I'm just wondering if you have a criminal background.
No.
Okay, cool. In that case, make an investigation check. Just a straight check.
That one.
Yeah, it's going well.
You look around the room, you put your head in the fireplace and...
We've probably been decomposed before we find out what happened to it. But then look we are having.
you open the window. The window is easy. It is open. It's like those sash windows where it's just a thing that you can flick over.
Somebody could have definitely gotten in there.
A very determined person, a skilled thief.
Or a bird.
All a bird. Is she implicating herself here?
I'm gonna have a look for his stuff, see if he's got like a bag or anything, see if there's anything that might indicate why somebody might want to kill him.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like from John's perspective.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. 7.
Okay. So, obvious things in the room. There's bed and bedside table, wee desk, chest of drawers.
A body.
The body.
And
I
a
know
body.
see the body.
It's right there. Do you not see it? It is there.
On the bedside table, you can see a wee cup that appears to have held some sort of herbal tea. There are several candles on the desk. You can see that there's paper in the drawers, there's knife, some quills, jar of ink, and some shavings from where Captain Artemis has sharpened his quills.
So we don't think he died from his wound.
No. Can I just take a sniff of the glass?
Okay.
See if there's
I
something that smells.
actually had an idea before you take a sniff of that.
Go for it.
I would like to try and use the spell augury to see if something around this particular cup is good, bad, or generally indifferent. Is that something augury might be able to use?
Tell me about augury, because it's never a spell that I've used. So,
augury allows you to kind of take, from what I can tell, it allows you to perhaps maybe see into the future for if something is good or bad. Because if it's going to be poison, I don't want my companion here to smell it. Okay. So I just wanted to think, if he smells this, is he going to get significantly ill from doing this, or is he going to be? So
it's a skill check, dice roll sort of thing.
It's a level 2 spell.
Okay. And I just tell you.
No, I don't have my PHP to hand.
Let's have a quick Google.
I like to bring on the weird spells and stuff like that to kind of give other weird ways of doing things.
Cool. It's one of those spells that I've always wanted to kind of do that as well. Like pick spells that nobody else has. Oh, cool. So by casting in it,
what I want,
receive an omen. Specific course of action you take within the next 30 minutes.
I mean, what I'd like to do really is see, is there a kind of an aura of something around this glass? Has something been made this a bad drink?
Thank you.
Or something like that. I mean, it's a level 2 spell. I mean, I'm pushing it a bit here.
Okay. No, it's good. And now that I've read it and I understand it a lot more, I really, really like it, and I wish people used it more. Because it is a spell that I've looked at and went, how can I use that?
Oh, I've got a couple of ideas for this, don't you worry.
Awesome. So, you pick up the cup and you cast augury around it. Does it have an effect when you're casting your spell, or is it just like something that you get a sense of?
It's more just, there's no kind of effect or anything that happens particularly. I mean, I might like to think if something bad has happened to it, then it's got to be kind of sort of a red glow around the hands.
Okay.
But if it's good, then it'll just be kind of a plain white glow instead.
So you cast augury around it and you mumble your words and you see that inside...
By Gilnean, augury upon this. Was there evil upon this cup?
Okay. So when you cast your augury, there was no evil on the cup. There was, however, some ill intent. But not to cause death.
It's like a faint bad glow.
Yeah, very, very faint.
It's more of a salmon than a bright red. Yeah. Okay. So there was some. So death wasn't part of the plan, but
maybe with his wound, he wasn't able to survive when they fought him like it.
You could have. Did you want to sniff it? Did you sniff it?
Oh, yeah, you can sniff it now.
Still sniffing it.
Give me a nature check.
It's only salmon.
Sniffing it. So it'd be. Let me think. It would be survival or nature, or even medicine.
We'll go for medicine.
Cool.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. Yes, you know these herbs, or similar ones to them, very, very well. You've used them to prank your fellow bird person a few times. Nothing too terrible. It gives them an upset stomach.
Do you want to try what's left? It's okay, don't worry.
You are a bolder person than me to drink the salmon drink, the smelly salmon drink, perhaps. I'm going to assume you know, and
It appears somebody's maybe pranked him or put the wrong herbs to it. Seems more of a fun joke.
it may be worth. Is there any left in that cup?
Yeah, there's some plants, some plant matter.
It may be worth comparing what is in the cup here to what the recipe the innkeeper uses as part of their herbal remedy. I imagine they don't use the herbal remedy that is part of a prank.
Probably not.
Maybe I'm just, don't understand how plants work or anything, but, yeah.
Would I know pretty much most of what's in there?
You could recreate it, you think? Or if you saw what herbs were available, you could recreate it.
Could I do a medicine check and see if I can use if I've read about these particular herbs?
Oh, yeah, of course you can.
So I've got for medicine a +4.
In fact, I think that you would know, like, simple stuff like this,
That's
you would know see, like, if you, are you, what's the word? Are you proficient in this skill?
Medicine.
I
am, yes.
You are. Absolutely, you would know this. They're used as purges by your order, like if people have got upset stomachs, or if they eat stuff that they probably shouldn't.
Or if they have poison in them.
Or if they have been poisoned. Yes, some people will take this immediately.
I'm not looking at you to say you did it, I'm just confirming this.
Just seeing my head move like birds, like...
Exactly, like poison!
Yeah, it's used to make people vomit and make them empty the bowels.
Is there any evidence of a successful purge, let's say, in the room? Apart from the man being dead.
Yes, there is. There's a smell of it in the air, and you looking around the mouth, you can see that there's also.
So we're talking frontal, not back hole.
Oh,
both.
Double jeopardy.
Let me tell you something. I know a little bit about that.
These herbs are only really well known for the back door. This appears to have been vomiting as well. Give me a perception check, just as you're looking around
me?
that area.
Oh.
Yeah.
A 9.
A 9.
Exactly.
With a 9, you would be able to see that it was the vomit that you saw around that sort of made you want to take a little bit of a closer look. And you can see that his tongue is a kind of purpley blue colour rather than pinky blue.
Choking. He choked to death on something, perhaps. So I think that there is something in the cup that was supposed to be just a drunk that perhaps his colleague did, but then that was being covered by something else, maybe. I don't know. I'm putting up the straws, maybe here.
With your background in education,
Yes.
did you know any poisons or anything that may cause tongue to turn blue?
Fair question. These particular herbs that we see in this cup,
Yes.
are these herbs that can be used for malice as well as for pranks?
I mean, in your line, they're literally not used for planks. They're used as a health thing.
Oh yes, yes.
But as also used for pranks, yes, they are used for that. But they can't be used as part of a greater poison. It's just for purgation of the bowels and stomach.
Any thoughts on this?
I'm not a poison expert.
I'm going to just have a wander out the room downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Ingrid, wasn't it?
Inga.
Who gave him the remedy.
Yep.
I'm just going to go down and just ask her, what herbs did you have in that remedy? Just out of curiosity.
Goodness. No, I do it on auto. No, I'd have to just try and remake it, and because I just sort of throw it all in the cup, and I've done it so often I don't really look.
Can I see where you keep everything?
Yeah, of course. She takes you through to the kitchen, just behind the bar.
Whistle upstairs, Jess. So you're a large bird then? Interesting. The worst small talk.
I just imagine you kind of like just backing away to this door,
So, give me a perception check for. She's going to try and recreate what the drink that she made, and
21.
21. So she goes through the motions of taking stuff out of like mason jars, popping them in a wee teapot. She goes to grab something but doesn't, and then reaches for something else. And then she goes, and that's how I did it.
Seeing what she's put in, does it resemble what I've seen before?
Most of it, you can. With a 21, what's in there is nothing. It's just some herbs it's herb water, it's a herb tea, essentially. It has no actual benefits, it has no negatives. But it was the fact that you noticed her.
I'm going to have a quick look
Okay.
at one she almost touched.
Um,
What is in this jar? I just pick it up and...
Okay. She goes to grab it at the same time as you. But you're a lot taller than she is because you're a tall bird person and she's a wee dwarf. And you can see that it's labelled like foxglove. So look, sometimes I just need to, you get a wee bit backed up and you need to help you out.
A foxglove.
Yeah, just... I'm trying to put the glove on.
Oh, I can't unsee the idea of a foxglove. Oh dear.
So I'm just going to be like, this was in the remedy that he drank.
Oh, surely it wasn't. I made it 1,000 times.
Trust me, I know what this stuff does. And
I know my foxgloves.
yes. Why do I think I walk with limp?
Give me an insight check.
Insight. 14.
14. she looks a little bit rattled. The fact that you're sort of leaning on her about this.
I'm just going to stand taller over her. It looks like, tell me the truth. If you have nothing to be guilty about, then why would he? I'm just going to bring my wings out over her.
Give me an intimidation check.
Not good. That would be 6.
6. She's like, look you, I don't know what you're insinuating here. I made him a tea. I tried to do a nice thing, okay? Like, a man comes in wounded. I try and help him out. I give him my bedroom, mind you, my bedroom.
That's Jonathan is having problems downstairs.
You may want to change the sheet in there.
Shall we help him?
But
Let's leave him a little bit.
would anybody else have access to this stuff who may have been able to slip it into his drink?
I mean, anybody could grab it once I go to bed. You know? It's hardly under lock and key.
Did you take it to him or did somebody else run it up?
Oh no, I took it to him.
Can I... Have we heard the commotion?
Yes, you will have heard her go, my bedroom!
Shit.
Can we come down and just stand in the doorway?
You see your companions join you and you're stood in the kitchen listening to Inga rant about, look, I do a good thing. This guy shows up at my door, wounded no less. He gets to use my bed, not just now, anytime he damn well wants he gets to use my bedroom, rocks up, hey Inga, it's me again, gives you a room, and then I've just got to make do with one of the guest bedrooms.
Has he done this kind of thing before?
Aye.
Is that why you killed him?
Look, I didn't kill him. He's a repeat customer. Well, at least the other soldiers he's with pays.
He seems to be a repeat annoyance with the way you're talking.
Annoying, aye, but no like.
Perhaps it was an accident.
Perhaps too many foxgloves?
Really?
Look, I tried to make I didn't know that he was unwell. Well, I knew he wasn't feeling great, but I just wanted to make him shit himself, you know. Just as a wee bit, he comes every time he uses my inn. He comes in, breezes like he is the prince, the king, whatever, you know. And he uses my bedroom. He just takes the key. He pretty much has free run of the place when he's here. It's like he lords it over folk.
So, see, if you told us this information earlier, we'd now know he has a tendency to annoy people and potentially make enemies.
I mean, but surely I didn't, I dosed his tea. But just because I dosed his tea doesn't mean I murdered him.
Very true, but lying about it does make you look guilty.
I just didn't want you to think I was guilty of poisoning him.
Well, now we think you are.
No, I mean, technically it wasn't poison if it was something he was not meant to have.
Look, I gave him the tea, I'll admit that. Didn't want him dead.
Do you usually make him the tea when he arrives?
No,
I mean, we're talking the regular tea, not the tea with the extra, I don't know what the word to use is.
Oh, sometimes you give him that.
Is that right? Is that the correct word to use? Yes, let's go for it.
It works.
Occasionally, depends how, I'll put on a herb tea if people ask for it.
But did he ask for this?
Well, I just sent it up to him because he was feeling under the weather, you know.
Why do you let him just have your room?
Yes, you could say the best word in the English language is no.
No.
I like that word. It is very useful sometimes.
Get out.
That is 2 words. Not just.
I'll stab you.
No, we are going up higher to 3 words. That's not point. Okay, you carry on now.
He's the cat. He's Captain Artemis. You know, nobody wants to get on the bad side of him. He comes round.
What?
He's the law. I don't want him to if you don't give him what he wants, he's only here for a night, maybe 2, and then he pisses off for a bit, and I don't see him for weeks and weeks and weeks. He's like, there are other officers that don't try and scam me, you know, like, it's once in a blue moon he's around.
Would you say Captain Artemis was a good man? Did he do his, from you heard, did you hear he did his job well, or? From what you overheard, you imagine you overhear quite a lot as a barkeep or the owner of this establishment.
I heard he was well regarded. He always seems to just happen on incidents that get him promoted, you know. So that's how he's got that bit of a reputation. That's why he feels like he can go around, you know.
When you say happens upon them, you have suspicions?
No, I think some people are just lucky and they can come out of a bit of shite smelling like roses.
And in our experience, some people make their own luck, especially to get ahead in life.
I mean, I'm sure that's true. I'm not sure he had the brain to do that, though. I just think he was somebody that thought he was the big bollocks. Waddled his way around the area, made a few extra gold, got a nice kip in the bed every now and again.
The other two people with him, Carter and John, is that what?
Just John, yes.
Are they regulars to this place as well? Do they often work together, or is this the first time you've seen them in a group of three people?
I've seen them with other people as well as coming in as a trio before. John seems to be with him on the regular. Cara used to be, but less so these days. But, you know, mostly with John and Cara, sometimes with other people.
Does he ever meet with people when he's here? Any
Late night
friends?
Late night visitors, perhaps?
Not as far as I'm aware. In fact, I'm quite regular with my hours. I go to bed at 11 every night.
Do you lock front door of in when you retire for the evening?
Aye, of course. Sometimes there are patrons in the bar who I leave chatting if it's getting too late, but I just leave them to it.
You're quite trustworthy then of these people that come to you, and if you're happy for them to, you're not worried they might go behind the bar and sample some more of your words when you are asleep.
I mean, I trust them not to do that kind of shenaniganizing, because if they were to be caught, they'd get a walloping. I've got enough of a reputation that people don't cross me, you know.
A reputation for?
Walloping people, it sounds like.
Giving them a walloping. I've not always been an innkeeper. I've seen a wee challenge here or there.
Yeah.
Warrior of fortune and all that.
Could I have a look at these herbs that you used as part of the look at your collection of herbs, perhaps? Is
Of
that
course.
right? Yes.
She takes you through to the kitchen. It's a wall, like a big stone wall, with shelves on it, and it's just covered in mason jars. There's all sorts of herbs. They're all labelled pretty well.
So, looking at jars that haven't been used a lot of, is there any way, insight perhaps, or through my own academia, looking at things that haven't really been used a lot of, could that be used to create a poison of some sort? Because the things that are used on the regular for this herbal tea, the stuff's going to be quite small in the jars. But stuff that's used as rarities or specialty herbs, perhaps, an insight check perhaps.
I would
medicine.
say medicine or nature.
I would go for medicine then, please.
Okay. Yep.
Oh no, that's a 7. You've given me the terrible dice. Now it's on to me.
She has a lot of herbs and spices, but you can't tell if there's anything that's being used more than others. There are some, like, she doesn't use, she doesn't need to replenish Foxglove quite so much because it's something that she has as and when she has a dicky tummy usually.
That is polite way of saying it. Perhaps, so who have we not so
There's plenty of people we have not spoken to.
sorry. So Carter is one of the people you have not spoken to yet.
No, she came and spoke to us.
Was that John?
We went to John.
I went to John, okay.
We've spoken to John and Cara.
And Ingrid.
Ninga.
Inga. Why do I keep saying Ingrid?
I'm Ingrid.
Maybe that's
That's why.
I'm Ingrid.
And there is John and you are Jonathan. So this is really good.
Subconsciously, I think you did it.
There's still the old-looking guy. There's Cara. You've spoken to John as well. There's the wee sort of halfling merchant type, and the elfie guy that you haven't spoken to as yet.
I do have a possible plan for if, when we've spoken to people, we're not serving anymore.
You want to scare someone, don't you?
In a unique way. Let's just say that I may be able to alter my appearance, and there are a couple of people in this building who I think, if I altered the appearance to look like Captain Artemis, would be quite confused.
So you want to use some kind of illusion or disguise yourself perhaps in some way.
Look like a dead guy?
I think everybody in here would be confused to see the dead man walk back into the room.
That's true, but I imagine some more than others would be very determined to keep that person quiet. Just a possibility. If everything else fails. And also it would be hell of fun.
Can we look in other rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs perhaps? Look in rooms of the two people who were Carter and John. We'll see if they have any anything in there that might be slightly suspicious perhaps.
Okay.
The question is, who has the most to gain from the captain dying? Surely it is the person who is now going to take the captain's rank in the organisation.
It could be.
Let's think,
Jonathan is... John, sorry. I'm Jonathan.
You're John.
you want to
It's
take
one of us, isn't it?
you want to take his rank for some reason?
If the pay is good. John is potentially getting the position, but Carter doesn't work with him as much, with the captain as much as he used to. I kind of want to know why she's maybe not being as involved with him. It does seem a little odd.
They're falling out perhaps of some sort.
They went away together as well.
Exactly. It all seems a little...
Who went away together?
Carter and the captain were the two that walked off.
Oh yeah,
John
and
with the
then
horses.
John was staying with the horses.
Yes.
Should we go and find where they went? Find out what they were doing?
In this weather and this darkness?
True.
I'm not I am more than happy to try. I mean, somebody has an umbrella. It's not like I can borrow maybe it. You see, just like that. I have the ability to cast light, as great light as needed, but it is land that we are not familiar with. And we are being told by them to go into that direction, they could just say.
John is very familiar with the land.
We could ask if he wanted... What sort of time is it at the moment?
Currently, you're pushing past midday now.
Oh, right, so...
Oh!
Yeah.
I think to say midnight.
What was the evening?
No, it was like... It was about lunchtime when you got to the inn.
Okay.
Oh!
It's minging day. Like, it is really dark because of the storm.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's like 12 o'clock.
It's only 12 noon. We have lots of time. I'll never check what time it was before.
I'd say it's about like 2-3 pushing at this point. You've been in the inn for a couple of hours now.
Questioning Inga. Tell me about the herbs. Tell me about the herbs.
Talk to me about tea.
Tell me about this prank tea you made. I mean, if John knows where to go, where he kept the horses, it may be worth going to look around that point if the weather is...
May be able to follow tracks from where they went.
Yes,
Could be an idea.
Okay.
What weapons are wardens usually armed with?
Longsword. You can see them both wearing long swords.
Is there any precedent for wardens to be armed with a ranged weapon, say a hand crossbow or a bow and arrow? Or a handbow?
You can't see any evidence of them carrying them currently, and you don't know because you haven't asked them. But nothing in evidence. They do have swords and sword belts, though.
Should we have a quick word with Cardiff first?
Are any of us going to go back into the room with the dead body anytime soon?
Why do you that? This is not a common question I expected you to ask. I mean, maybe we were going to. Why? Were you wanting to go?
No, it's so that we can perhaps lock it up and make sure that nobody else goes in and tampers with it.
I mean, we could. Yes, I suppose. Ask Inga to lock the door to stop other people from getting in.
Oh, I have a much better idea.
Okay.
Can I go up?
No, listen, I'm going to do what is called MSD, which is minimum safe distance from what she has got planned here. Okay, this is a common thing I read about in my books.
I'm going to just follow
What have you got in
like...
mind, Ingrid?
Can I cast magic mouth on the doorway?
Okay.
And command it to just scream if anybody touches it.
On the inside of the door or the outside of the door?
The inside of the door.
The inside of the door. Okay, so you go into the room. What's your passive perception?
Or if there's any movement or anything like that.
Perception.
Oh, sorry, passive perception. It is 14.
14. Okay, cool. So with a 14, as you step into the room and have a quick look around, okay. So you can, there's a little laundry basket next to the chest of drawers, and you can see it's actually the shirt that catches your eye, and you can see it's what appears to be Artemis's shirt, and it's got blood stain on it. But in the drawers, like wedged in between some of the clean and dirty washing, you find a small bottle labelled Potion of Healing. And it is empty.
Okay.
But then you cast Magic Mouth on the door, and you close the door.
This is as I had clothes, all I say, well, this is not good. It wouldn't be
I
trusted, it was
get the
even worse.
potion of healing.
Okay. No problem. You get a little potion of healing and you head back downstairs.
You think he tried to heal himself?
Not very successfully.
No.
Where was that?
Just in some washing.
Yeah? Yes, this was a potion of healing.
Give me a medicine check. Or, in fact, yeah, it'll have to be a medicine check.
Yes, sir. That's 7. So,
I feel like
Yes.
you waited to just give me
this is a potion of healing, it looks like, and I pass it back. I'm assuming that's what I'm going to get from it. Is it completely empty?
It looks like there's some very trace elements of whatever was inside it.
Take this to the lab.
Sorry.
Are we going CSI?
Somebody puts some sunglasses on and takes them off again in the same shot.
Get on it.
Just a credit going. This is a potion of healing.
I can tell from the label on it. This might be a clue.
I can't read.
I have no idea what this says.
Is this genuinely? Is this another character that you have that can't read?
No.
Sounds like a common occurrence, is this?
Half and half.
50-50.
Yeah. So, you were saying you need to speak to John about taking us back to the, I don't want to say scene of crime, but near where incident took place.
Maybe have a word with Carter as well.
Yes.
See what's there. Maybe give us a more detailed description of what happened.
Yes.
I'll have a wander over
Are you going to go and talk to Cara?
to Carter first.
Oh, still okay. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to go and check rooms, so I'm on rooms pages.
But then we thought we'd keep you on your toes.
There's
What's
rooms
up?
here?
Plan going on? No.
Look, this is in.
Back again. Right, so you go and talk. You
Oh,
talk to Cara.
God.
What did you
What's in the room?
motherfucker!
We'll just keep them both out just in case.
Yeah, so we've
Right.
got Carter.
Cara!
Can we take Cara to one of the rooms?
You can take Cara to her room, no other.
I'll just do charisma checks here.
Cool, right, you go and speak to Cara. What's your crack?
Why
I'll
did you
just-
do it?
Oh, wow.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Ignore my friend.
MSD.
What she means to say, in her own special way, is, can you tell us what happened? Because apparently you were there, you went off with the captain.
Oh, Christ, aye. So, we were out on patrol. We were just about to set up camp for the night. Captain says to me, here, Cara, someone up there. Let's go and check it out. Leave that fucking wee bastard John here to look after the horses. Anyway, we jets off into the night. I remembers me that there's a cave nearby. So I said, maybe it's up over that way. We starts heading towards it, you know, going awfully, like, we're ducking down. We're keeping all slides leaking. We start making our way up to the mouth of the cave. Then all of a sudden, fucking arrows come firing out of the mouth of this fucker right towards us. Captain gets hit, one goes flying past him, cuts him open on the side. He goes down to the ground. I grabs him, lifts him up, and we tear ass back to the horses. John remembered that the old wolf was only like half a day's ride away, so we tore ass here and got the captain like here wrapped up. John gave him some first aid, wrapped him up pretty good.
Yeah, very heroic. Very heroic.
You know the story.
Would
Very
you
good.
would you be able to show us this cave?
Yeah, no problem.
If you were to, it'd be good to see.
Just curious as well.
We're all very
mentioned
curious,
I am very
yes.
curious. I'm a curious bird. Heard you didn't always work with the captain as much as you used to. Any
Oh, we
reason
used to be
behind
thick
that?
as thieves, but you know what it's
Thieves,
like.
huh?
It's days to the place for you.
We used to be thick as thieves, and we were very close for a number of years. We drifted apart. You know, sometimes you work with people for a bit, you just get sick of it. I think it just maybe.
So you killed.
Good thing.
Hey, eventually she will be right.
I
Lots
mean,
of averages.
You can't, surely that is logic right there. Eventually she will be right.
I've got to back.
so, yes.
Was
so,
it a personal reason? Just kind of like cock my head a little bit towards, insinuating there.
What are you trying to say, Birdman? Like,
Maybe there was some unwanted advances towards you that you decided no.
oh, he'd know better than to try that. I'd fuck him up if he tried any of that malarkey. You know? But no, I mean, we were close. We worked together. Then John started with us. He got, and you know, boys will hang out. They like men like the company of other men more than they like the company of women.
They were together.
It's not for me to cast aspersions.
what does
but-
that word mean?
What is
Aspersions. What does that mean?
But they hung out a lot.
Let's
And,
see what she says.
okay.
We'll talk later.
Yes, okay. Yes, never mind. Is
And I went out with him on patrol
My
less and
learned
less.
friend.
is your clothes. Good.
I had more time on my hands, at least. Allows me to pursue my own interests.
What are your interests?
Oh, I've fingers in many pies, me.
In this economy?
Well, because of the economy, I've got my fingers in so many pies. You know, I've got to make a way. I'm a grafter. You know, friends everywhere.
Like,
So,
like
Was
what?
it interesting how the captain rose through the ranks? Always seemed to be stumbling into the right situation at the right time. Until, obviously, the last time.
it was the long time to last time.
Some people are just born lucky, and stumble upon good fortune.
Were you
Some of us have to work for it.
Were you jealous of his quick rise through the ranks?
Oh, fuck aye. Like, it was unreasonable how much luck this bastard had.
What kind of situations do you mean with this luck that he had that you talk about?
So, we stumbled upon a robbery in progress. It was a couple of coachloads of rich bastards, and they were getting held up at Bow Point by some outlaws. But anyway, sweet patrol of us just came scaring round the corner on our horses, and took them by surprise. Well, they sure as hell surprised us, but I think they were a bit more surprised when three cavalrymen just charged in there. That's when he got his first promotion to lieutenant, and then from lieutenant he raised up to captain when we busted a cult in the city. And he wandered right into that as well. Funny story, we'd been drinking and
Yes.
took a few wrong alleyways, if you know what I mean. Ended up down below the city, and we were just trying to find our way back out. Those catacombs can be really, really confusing.
Yes.
And when we were supposed to take a left, and we took a right, and we found ourselves in this massive fucking chamber, and then there was all these guys with robes. But luckily, we were armed and they weren't. They were they were trying to pull off some sort of ritual. And but there were a lot of like merchants and stuff like that. They didn't have a chance.
So, Artemis is the one who's always gotten the promotions, but you've always been there as well.
Yeah, quite.
And you've never been given
Any recognition?
promotions? Yeah. It must get quite tiring.
Frustrating.
It's frustrating to be sure, but I don't think I this isn't my like. I'm not a career soldier, you know. I'm looking for other ways to make a little bit of money.
Like what?
They fingers in pies, she said.
Right.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes. Like a bakery, perhaps. Or butchery.
I should look into a bakery. Actually, a bakery sounds nice, simple.
I wouldn't want pies if somebody's had their fingers in them.
No.
They're the best pies. The pies with loads of fingers in.
I like this one.
So anyway, back to the questioning in African pies. Perhaps you can show us the place where they came, where all of this.
Sure, it's a good few hours ride though.
Well, we do not have horses. That is problem for us.
No, they should
We've
have
got
one spare
horses.
horse, at least.
We've got 3 horses in the stables here. Plus that, I think the merchant's got a wee wagon.
You only need 2. We can fly.
That's true.
Yes, I suppose I would have to ride. Yes, unless I can ride on one of you. Is that how that works? Or is that not how that works?
No.
No.
We could do arm and a leg.
No, I think I will ride horse.
This is fun! Yeah!
Yeah, perhaps a ride to cave to see if there is evidence of what might have happened to Captain from being shot by boats.
I think, as well, if we get close, it might be best for us two to take a look. They'll be probably looking ahead, maybe not so much looking up.
At the sky.
Interesting. So, are you gonna ride out? Is that what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okie dokie. Well, at this point, we're going to take a little break, folks. I need just a quick toilet stop. So we'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes. Join us in then for a Castle of Adventure. And we're back. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for rejoining us at Castle of Adventure. Our intrepid crew had been investigating a murder at the Old Wolf Inn. And they have decided to gather up what horses remain at the inn stables and head off to the cave where the initial tumble and rough of seeing Captain Artemis get wounded, the place of that misadventure. You head into the stables. You can see 3 fine steeds. One is like a big black, gorgeous horse. It's like 16 hands, got lovely wavy mane.
Horses have 16 hands.
Very special
These are
horses.
weird horses.
There is like a really pretty
16
grey,
of them, it seems.
and there's like a bay roan as well.
Oh, what's it?
Like a bay roan, it's kind of like a chestnut colour.
Okay.
5 horses. So if you're gonna mountain,
Oh no.
how many horses? So Kara's taking 1 horse, and I'm guessing you're taking
I've
that.
been taking yours.
What's your flying speed, guys? Then, just because I
50
haven't played
feet.
50
I
feet.
believe so.
Okay, so you're only a little bit slower than a horse.
But we can go 6-0 flies.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you can. You can cut corners.
As the other good flies.
As the Adacocra flies, indeed. So, with you guys scouting ahead, it's pretty disgusting in this sort of weather. It's not quite as disgusting as it was when you entered the inn. However, for those of you who are flying through atrocious rain, I think a constitution check just to see how you're dealing with the difficulties of flying in high winds.
Not very well, apparently. 4.
4,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, 6, sorry.
6.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
Ingrid comes the sound of the rain.
Ingrid, you are not exhausted. Take a point of exhaustion. You're powering through and your wings are just getting that little bit tired. You're like a shadow swooping through. In fact, rain doesn't even touch you. You're that stealthy and terrifying. The raindrops are scared of you.
That is some intimidation to go right there.
Give me a animal
Keep on going.
handling.
No.
You are riding a horse, my
Now,
friend.
can I use Knowledge of the Ages ability to spend an action to get proficiency with a skill or tool for 10 minutes?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so I'm actually going to have proficiency in animal handling now, rather than not.
Yep.
It's 23!
Okay.
One hand there, one hand with the leeches. That way we go!
You putting on the saddle and bridle as part of the sort of spell components of this ritual, you find it incredibly natural. It just comes to you as you cast this spell.
About the D&D book, of course. There are lots of different books.
And it's stuck with you.
Yes.
But you grasp onto the pommel of the saddle and a handful of the mane, and you swing yourself into battle.
Yep.
Which horse do you choose?
I would like to choose the horse with the colour I didn't recognise.
Okay, so the sort of the chestnut one.
That's the one, yes.
Okay. You choose the brown horse with the black mane.
Yes.
I believe that's a bay roan. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm pretty good on my horse colours. Comments somewhere.
So, with my skill to ride, can I ride one-handed and use a light?
You absolutely can. Utilising your the light spell.
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
Cantrip, yeah.
Absolutely.
Guide the way.
You guide the way
For people who are in front of me.
Give me a round of perception checks, just as you fly and ride in this general direction.
A natural 1.
A natural 1.
I'm too busy getting blinded by the fact this is far too bright. I can't switch it off. Or I don't want to.
16.
16 and a 21.
Bird's eye view.
So, Cara, your companion, has taken the black horse. She left John's steed in the stables. And she rides alongside... I've forgotten your character's name. Jabal. There we go. She rides alongside you, Jabal, and just as well.
Yes.
And keeping you straight as you try and hold the light up for everybody.
Yes. First one, that was the plan, yes.
However...
Definitely not for me. Just for me.
Our two flying companions, you swoop low over the ground and you can see clearly where they would have camped as you approach the area. You can see that there's what's left of a fire. You can see the small path winding its way through the brush. And with a 21, you spot the cave like eagle-eyed. Isn't used for our Aarakocra for no reason.
So I swoop down with like a to my friend,
Okay.
in the right direction.
Okay, you see your companions. They sort of circle above you for a moment, and then you see them just sort of and go down.
I will follow their lead then.
Okay. You see, you can see like where there is somewhat of a path, and you sort of push your way through on your horse. It's rough riding. You can see why they would have left the horses where they were, but you are able to sort of make your way there, especially with your divine given riding ability. You make it easily, and you come to the mouth of this cave. It's not very massive cave mouth. It's only about 5 foot high, maybe 7 or 8 foot wide, but it does look like it goes quite far.
I'm guessing we don't get shot on the way.
You do not get shot
That's fine.
upon looking at the cave
That's fine.
entrance. No.
So, Cara is at the cave entrance as
Cara
well.
is with you, still on the horse, looking around.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts?
Ooh. Cool. Yes, you may. Are you surface thoughts or are you going deep?
Surface thoughts at the minute. My main interest is trying to find out if she is nervous about the idea of getting shot at, or if she feels quite comfortable, like the danger is gone.
Okay.
Her general feelings, essentially.
Okay, so in her head, you can hear her going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I hope they don't show. I hope they don't show. I hope they don't show. We can just come here and then we'll leave. There'll not be nothing to see."
And
You see her sort of, you can see it's almost like she's trying to do like an affirmation in her head and just will the outcome that she wants to happen.
so I sort of nonchalantly sneak up behind her and just stand behind her and go, "I'm looking quite nervous."
Nervous? I mean, we were attacked here. So-
You mentioned there's some past trauma perhaps for this area for Garda. It is a relief you have not been shot though.
No, I was lucky. I'm nimble, you know.
The one you were getting shot from before we entered into the cave, what kind of direction was it? From inside the cave or from around the cave?
It seemed to be coming from inside
From
the cave.
inside the cave. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't even this close to it when we came here the first time. And you're just hearing like these thoughts, just like maybe we'll go. We just need to go. We just need to go.
I think we should explore, have a look and see if there's any remains of people in this cave, perhaps. Maybe they were taking shelter from. Was it raining and stormy like this when you last went through the cave?
No, it's before the storm hit.
So people wouldn't have been sheltering here and fighting in self-defense.
No, not as far as I'm aware. I mean, maybe we scared them, but we certainly weren't threatened.
I think you should go first, Cara. Show us exactly how comfortable you are on this house.
Give me an insight check.
$18.
In fact, everybody can give me an insight check because you're all basically looking at her. But with an 18.
19.
19. Ooh.
11.
Okay.
12.
12. You would have seen Cara blanch a little with 12. With an 18 and a 19, Cara's sweating. You can she's not happy about where she is. She isn't happy about going into the cave. And as she steps in, you can see her eyes sort of darting left and right, like she's looking, waiting for something to happen.
Cara?
Yes.
Don't worry, your friends are here. You'll be okay. We just want to know what happened. And I cast friends.
Okay.
Is it friends?
Friendship.
Friend, what is it called?
I think it's friendship.
Is it fast friends or friendship?
Just friends.
Friends. Okay, so what? Tell me what friends is, and tell me how it appears when
the
you
weird
cast it.
spells have been brought out tonight.
We have advantage on all charisma checks directed at her. And yeah, it just she thinks that we're friends.
Okay, so you cast it, and you see her relax a little bit. She's like, "It's always good to know that I've got people here that've got my back."
On you go.
I'm gonna just drop my rapier and shield and just walk in with it. It's like, I'll go in with you. Let's do this as a team.
Okay.
I agree. I stay near the back, but I agree.
You're huge.
To be fair, we need a light source, don't we?
Yes, you
In this cave. They will guide our path.
You hold up your jar of leeches.
Yep.
Yeah, you hold up your jar of leeches, and it shines forth like a nice golden light as you step into
Blinds
this cave.
everyone else.
Um,
my eyes.
That's what this does, by the way.
Oh, cool. Alliteration. Awesome. Thank you very much. You walk in, and it's not a huge cavern. It feels more like a corridor. It seems to get smaller as you, the deeper that you go. There are little alcoves and rocky outcroppings that seem to sort of hide small nooks and stuff like that. I mean, it's a cave. It's not a huge cave. As you walk in, as it's illuminated to your light, give me a round of perception checks for the first sight of you as you walk in here.
19.
21.
Nice.
With exhaustion, do I have disadvantage?
You do have disadvantage.
I forgot that last time.
It's alright, so did I.
Perception 15.
15, not bad at disadvantage though. But with a 21, you hold the light up, and as you're walking around, your eyes are drawn to a cluster of symbols that have been etched into the rock.
Religion roll.
Okay.
Or history.
Religion or history? History, I would say.
13.
13. It's not a language that you recognise. What languages do you know?
Common, dwarfish, elfish, gnomish, halfling, and orc.
Okay. No, still not a language that you recognise.
I see.
It seems to be more symbolic or pictogrammic in nature.
How old are we talking? Are we talking about some kind of proto-language? Or something that came before common? Or is it not quite
Give
that
me a
old?
nature check, just to sort of look at a guess of how long ago this was etched.
Can I spend an action to get proficiency with nature using knowledge of the ages?
Yes.
It's not rich. It's just an ability of the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So nature it was going to be. So that'll be 15.
15. This looks like it was etched recently,
Okay.
within a couple of weeks. Does anybody have the criminal background?
I was about to say it could be some kind of thieves' cant,
Okay.
perhaps. That was going to be my looking. If it's not one of these languages, and if it's pictographic,
It would be a good guess that this is some sort of way that people would use to communicate that other folk don't understand. It just looks like scratches or shapes.
so it could be either positive to say this place is safe, or it could be negative to say keep away.
Yeah, could be. But it looks like it's that kind of... It's those very simple markings that people use to communicate a lot of information.
Okay. Can I place that down near it and take a book and start to sketch the different symbols? Just nothing really particular.
Yeah,
Just kind
sure.
of sketch different things and kind of try. I mean, I failed the history. We'll try and connect the dots.
Okay, so the first one is a triangle pointing down. It looks like one of those little... it's the same... It's like one of those maths little... things that are like a downward diamond shape sort of thing. I can't remember what they're called. It's not a right angle.
Downward diamond shape.
Yeah, it's it's not a right angle protractor. It's one of the triangle shaped ones.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, do you? Do you have a joke? Yeah.
That one.
Oh.
Oh, right,
Okay.
okay.
So, there's that.
Okay.
And then there's a circle. There's a circle with a cross in it. Not like, but like a that kind of a cross, not that kind of a cross.
It is dark. I was trying to. I cannot sketch this. It needs to be brighter, so I can sketch better. So,
Your leeches kind of go.
well, they responded this time. Oh, shit. They're learning.
And it gets a little bit brighter.
I mean, yes.
Just start flicking like SOS.
Save us, black people, please, save us. So yeah, so the triangle pointing down, and then you've got the circle with the sort of plus sign through.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else particular?
Not that you can see. There's only any symbols that have jumped straight at you.
Curious. I don't know what it means. It just looks interesting. Just because I'm writing it down doesn't mean I know what it means. I just like to look for knowledge of things.
Well, Inga did say she had a life before Hans, so she may be more familiar with the language. We could always ask around the...
Go back to the rooms.
Oh, we don't need to go to the rooms.
Are you sure? So, symbols there. Okay. Maybe have a search to see if there's any evidence. See if there's any evidence of people staying here.
Okay.
There are fires that may have been burned out.
Survival checks in that case, then peeps.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
We ain't going to survive at all. 8.
5.
Actually, no, I do apologise. 9. I looked at stealth rather than survival.
25.
Oh my god.
We are so confused, and then she's like, this! Like drawing the dots a bit like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Just enters mind palace.
You are having like your companions are just sort of doing that thing where they're just sort of looking at all around the wall and stuff.
We are helping.
We're having their man look.
Jonathan is looking up because he was like, oh, don't forget to look up, folks. So he's like, I'm going to make sure that nobody doesn't look up. And he's looking up and just making sure that nothing's on the roof.
I am looking closer at the symbols to see if I can get closer to look. Because that's what
Jabal studies the symbols to see if he can get any further information from them.
I probably can.
And you stalk the perimeter. This terrifying shadow of a demon-looking thing wandering around the outside of the cave. And you see on the floor, you find an area where it looks as if a collection of rocks have been pushed to the side. but not in a way that, like, it's not like they've just been kicked. It's like something has pushed them repeatedly, and they're now, like, in a little, almost like a line at an angle. So it's not a natural state to see a little collection of rocks in.
Can I go and sort of investigate further?
Oh, gosh, you can. So that was nature, wasn't it? No survival. Give me an investigation check.
14.
14. You look around and you notice the point where you are, you're sort of almost adjacent to, like, on the opposite side of the cave from where Jabel is stood looking at the inscriptions on the wall. Almost directly opposite. In fact, you would say directly opposite.
This is quite interesting. It seems to be sort of a very straight line between you and I. I don't quite.
Is there some symbols on the other side where you are?
Take a closer look.
I would like to go and take a closer look.
Okay. Now that you've realised where you're standing, give me you can either have one person make an investigation, or one person make an investigation check at advantage, or you can both make an investigation check.
Advantage is probably best. You're welcome to.
I will, yeah, I would go for an advantage as an advantage. There we go. I'll pick one of those 18s. Nice. That'll be 21 then.
21. Okay, so this time you find a triangle, same triangle, but it's pointing sideways. And this time it's a circle with an X in the middle.
So when you say pointing sideways, do you mean pointing into the cave or out of the cave?
It's so on the wall in front of you is now. So this is what it looked like on the first one, and this is what it looks like on the second.
What's the second? So that's down.
So the second one.
Yeah. So then you've got. So it's more of a. You've got that one.
Can you describe the rocks again?
So would you like me to draw the way that it looks? Okay. So you see.
I'm just going to check that the front door's locked as well.
Sorry. Wall here, and there are loads of rocks near the base of the wall, but then there just happens to be sort of a line of them, and then rocks. So the cavern is strewn with rocks and stones and stuff like that, but then there just seems to be that line. There you go for you guys at home. That's the symbols and some rocks.
Very confused.
It's weird.
I don't quite know why someone would just put rocks in on there. Can I move the rocks?
Give me an intelligence check.
Dig out anything? 3.
Great. You just can't think of what might have pushed those rocks into that position. But it's plain that something has pushed those rocks. Like something has swung out. Or somebody's like swung, like, zhuzhed them along. But it's a weird angle.
Looking at the both pictures, the triangle was pointing towards a circle with a cross. Could it be directions?
I was considering that. But
So if it says go that way and then go that way, we're now heading in towards something.
okay. Possibly, yes. Shall we try follow them?
So the first arrow would be pointing directly at the ground, which would lead to where you are, yeah? And the second arrow is pointing directly at the little X Yeah?
Mhm.
So the first arrow was pointing down at the X, as in your direction, and the second arrow was pointing directly at it. Are you going to try and look for other arrows and stuff?
Seems a good idea.
The rocks aren't in any like X shape or anything.
Nope. Rocks aren't in an X shape. They just look like they've been pushed.
Can I just search
Search the wall?
the actual wall? If
Yeah. Investigation check.
Stuff seems to have been pulled over. No, unfortunately that's
What did
a
you get?
7, unfortunately.
7.
Disadvantage kicking my ass.
Okay. So you sort of push around the wall and you just happen to put your hand on the X and push. Just so that Jessica can confirm. I rolled a 7 as well there, just to say. I was going to see, like, if randomly pushing stuff you managed to hit something. I rolled the exact same thing as you. And a door inwards from the cave, and you can see that it's been stopped by these stones, which is why that it's been pushing the stones back every time it opens up.
I see. I helped.
This
You're a genius.
this does not look like a normal cave.
I'm not sure we should be. I think I need to go back and report this. We shouldn't be here.
Okay, I think you should go in first.
I think this is yet another example of right place at the right time. Maybe it wasn't the captain who had all the luck. Perhaps it was you. He just got the credit.
Yes, you
So-
need to take the glory. Go in.
Can I would like to cast a spell, please. I would like to cast. Thank you. I would like to cast suggestion
Okay.
on Cara.
Mm-hmm.
To I would suggest that she leads
Okay.
our group further into the cave.
What's your DC?
DC 12.
DC 12. Okay. So you're suggesting that she walks?
Mirror put a hand on her shoulder and sort of quietly, using suggest.
Okay.
Lead us. We are your friends. Lead us further into the cave. Or actually, no, I apologise. Say, you don't want to go back. You want to lead us into the cave. That is my suggestion.
Okay. You guys, I mean, we are friends, aren't we?
Oh, the best.
We'll be fine. It'll be all right. We'll go in. We'll go further in. You carry on down the small. It starts off as like quite a thin, cramped tunnel, and it angles sharply down. It's not so much that you're skidding as you go, but like you have to step warily as you tread deeper and deeper into this cave. You hold up your jar of
It is still
leeches.
light, so I can,
I love this
so I can
idea.
see where I'm going. It is all my holy symbol, maybe. No. Just so we can kind of see where we're going, so I can see where I'm going,
Yep.
so I'm not going to trip in the same for Cara as well.
Yep.
Because is Cara human?
Cara is human.
So she wouldn't have dark vision or anything? Or...
No, she doesn't. However, she does seem to be walking confidently.
As if she doesn't need to get some kind of light to show her the way.
She walks down, leading you confidently further and further into this tunnel. It gets darker and darker, apart from your small globe of light, which just becomes a tiny speck as you wind this darkening, damp corridor.
A beacon of hope, you could almost
A
say.
beacon of hope, you could almost say.
Beacon of hope.
How long does your light last for?
I don't know how long it is the light the cantrip.
Is it concentration, or is it just...
I think it is just
It's just like-
it's just a cantrip to use, and then
I think it's an hour, but it's easy to just read.
yeah, I'll
out,
just
isn't
keep
it?
just as it starts to kind of blow down. I mean, they won't sleep. They think it's sleep time. They should be sleeping. They're bright lights. So
So you get deeper, and you wander for how long does friends and suggestion last?
Friends will probably be gone by now.
Okay,
unfortunately, I don't have my PhD with me, but I can certainly have a look.
let's have a little gander.
What did it suggest?
This is
Concentration up to 8 hours.
Up to 8 hours. Oh, you're fine.
yeah. Okay. And then I'll just. Would I be able to keep concentrating with cantrip to keep the light on? Or am I going to do a torch?
Cantrip's not concentration.
No, it's not. No, but will I be able to still concentrate, but then do a cantrip?
Yeah, of course you can.
That's fine. Okay.
That's
Because
absolutely
the main
fine.
thing is keeping suggestion on this person.
That's totally something.
Okay,
that you
that's
can
fine.
do. You traverse the darkness. You can hear drips and the wind being pulled through these caverns with the secret door open and the entrance to the cave just letting it in. You can feel the wind past your faces.
We can keep it open. There's no one else. There's no one else in, so we can keep it open as a bit of breeze.
And it begins to get that sort of, as you go down further, it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. It gets sort of that muggy kind of thing. You're finding it harder to breathe. This is quite oppressive for you guys.
Gideon's blessing on you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
And it begins to get oppressive. And you're in there for about an hour, and then Kara sort of goes down, and she motions you all to sort of. Now, I suggest that we turn back here. I can't guarantee my own safety from this point. So I'm really not willing to go, but
What kind of threat is there beyond where we are?
you said we should come down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that we've come far enough. That's all. Clearly, we found something that needs to be reported at.
It's okay, we can report it later.
We haven't really found anything, just a cave.
I'm just worried that we're going to find a whole heap load of troll if we stay down here. I mean, we're getting close to entering the Underdark. I don't feel so comfortable with that. I mean, you look like you fucking live there, but like...
Welcome home.
I've been here before, and it's not somewhere that I'd like to re-enter.
Why were you down here before?
Give me a persuasion check. She said she'd bring you down here, but that's it.
Okay. 16.
16. Look, sometimes you just need to hide something.
Mm-hmm.
Like a body.
Not like a body.
What's
Just
like
sometimes, you know, stuff that you come across. Stuff that you're gonna move along to somebody else.
I would like to cast a spell, please.
Okay.
I would like to cast command,
Okay.
and the command word. I thought it says one word command. Can I use two words to say show us as a command?
Okay.
Famous last words. And again, that will be a
reveal? Yeah.
Is that a saving throw?
again. That's going to be a decent wisdom saving throw.
What level? 12?
DC 12.
DC 12. It's just like, no. I'm not willing to put my life at risk.
We are.
Well, then you can go on.
No,
Be my guest.
I meant yours.
Try it.
Are we the good guys?
It's a thing.
It sounds like an area of grey here.
Can I try and intimidate? I know
Yeah.
it'll be probably like a really high one.
Yeah, go for it. Your bard, high charisma checks are your bread and butter.
20 dirty.
Dirty 20, okay. Filthy 20.
Two.
Naughty,
20.
filthy 20.
You go home and think about what you did.
Sorry, I saw that TikTok as well.
I'm so sorry.
So-
My pants have just fallen down.
Your pants have just fallen
The
down.
zip is literally just
Oh,
broken.
right. Oh, wow.
You're intimidating too hard there.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you help me?
Yeah, of course. We've had a slight malfunction here, folks. Oh, my goodness.
So, good one. Just this one here. Let's look at this one here. Knee-work lights, you say.
Okay.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 lights in 3 rows of 12. That's 36 lights. That's incredible.
Wow.
Do you want to count
That's
together?
never happened before.
Do you want to count the 36 together?
It was
1, 2, 3.
When he used the word command show us,
No. Come on, yeah, fair point. That was not the intended thing.
Oh, wow.
ICOC boundaries here. We're going to be crazy.
the intimidation
No,
came back
that
on
20
me.
was-
You were so intimidating and so commanding.
Oh, that's the worst thing that's ever happened.
So, please say it succeeds at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that wasn't all in vain.
I think because of that drama, I have to give it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Is that
Clearly.
do that more often?
Just as planned. That was it. Just as planned.
So you shout, show us. Ingrid has a malfunction of the wardrobe at the same time.
That
And
was so intimidating.
Cara stands up and moves with an absolute precision.
You can do that to the bird. What you got to do to make it happen now? Jesus.
And she heads around the corner with the help of no light. And she just turns around. You're gonna...
Do you want to go? Do you want to follow her with your dark vision? It might make more sense. If you need to go stealthy wise, I will reduce the light to us so I can just see in front of my face to follow. So it's not going to be really bright light.
Okay.
It's just something so I can carefully. They might go ahead, but if that's so I can carefully follow them, but not give away if there's anybody ahead of them.
Okie doke. Cool. Gotcha. Cara heads around the corner. Who's following? Are you
Marching order.
marching order.
There we go. 2 words.
well, none of us can actually see in
You got
this.
dark vision.
Do you not have night
Yeah,
vision?
do we not?
No,
Don't
I've just checked. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aarakocra are blind as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, they do have fly. You can't
Yeah.
give them everything.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I was just quickly checking. I'm like, do we?
Well,
Owlings do.
Well,
Doctor don't.
well, if I can give you a torch if you want to use a torch.
I'm going to use. I'll take my record. Do you want to cast light on that? And I will.
Okay. I will stop the light on that. Touch the rapier.
okay.
By the power of Glean, I cast light upon this blade.
Okay.
Lasts for an
The
hour.
blade burns with the light of the moon. It's really nice and bright and has as it's Gillian, it's a red sort of light with a sort of pinky glow.
One could almost say salmon.
Salmon, you could say salmon. It's a salmon light
Salmon.
burns.
Salmon light.
Illuminates the area like a bad shirt from the 90s. And you can see as you sort of, are you both flying or are you just sort of creepy behind her?
Keep.
Yeah, keep
Okay,
saying
stealth
4
checks.
steps.
Stealth checks then. Creepy paper.
Creepy people. No shit. 8.
12.
8 and 12. Okay. You follow her around the corner. It opens up into a slightly larger cavernous space this time with small stalactites and stalagmites coming from above and below. You see that there are crates and barrels across the length and breadth of the room. You can see there are different coats of arms on them. You can see symbols of like noble houses, trading partnerships, all from different parts of the continent. And
when I do catch up, is there any place you can put a torch to, like any kind of sconces put a torch in?
You can see
in this place. Because I'd be interested to look more at these different coats of arms.
Okay. You can see that there are, like, it's that thing that they do when they put, like, 3 sticks in a little triangle and then one coming off the top. And it's got, like, there are people who have used torches here, so they're, like, handmade sconces made out of wood that you could light one of those torches.
I'm just curious to look at these different coats of arms.
Okay.
To see if there's any, to see which organisations or families these belong to or belonged to previously.
Okay. So give me a history check then.
Yep, that's a double for being blessings of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's going to be an 18, sir.
18, nice. You take some time looking over the boxes and the crates. You can see the symbol of the Marble City, Oriath, military.
I'd be keen to sketch these as well as I'm looking at them, and things I don't recognise again, make sure I sketch as much detail as possible.
Okay.
I mean, and get it off, say, point and say, this is this colour, or this is this colour.
So it's a white crown over a blue field for that, for Oriath. You can see trading houses from some of the sort of nobles from the Vale lands to the south. House Azea is one that you recognise.
Yeah, so these are different things. Just for the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'm sketching.
Okay.
I'm making a note of this is this particular organisation or noble house or city or things like that. That's my sort for the next 10 minutes.
what you glean though from the amount of stuff that in here is like Cara sort of made it sound like she just stashes like a bag or a box or two here, but this clearly appears to be some sort of larger smuggling operation.
I'll take you to. I'll take Jonathan to the side, away from Cara. So perhaps the captain was deal went wrong. Maybe for them. Maybe he was going to sell her. Perhaps
I've had the feeling his look was self-made. He's kind of leading me down the same path. I do not fully trust Carter though.
I'll go back to sketching.
Okay.
I'll just have a quick walk over things and just whisper to her. Can you tell if she's feeling, how she's feeling or what she's thinking at the moment? I'm wondering how involved in this she actually is.
Only the boxes, are they sealed? Boxes and barrels?
They were sealed. Most of them have been cracked open, like had the nails pulled over.
What's in them?
So
I'll look at one of the boxes, say the one with the white crown, blue field.
Okay. White crown, blue field, weapons. Swords. Spear, tips, arrows.
Dash, perhaps.
I'm sorry. I could cast Detect Thoughts on her again. Find out what she's thinking.
Just how scared she is and everything.
I can make her scared.
I do not think you need to cast anything
I
to
don't
see how
think
she is
we
feeling.
need to try too hard.
She's just sort of stood there now, like command is on her, and she's kind of like, she's done what you've said. She showed you. She looks a little bit blank in the face, right?
That would make sense.
Shall we just kill her?
Women so, excuse me, did you just say we should kill her?
I think
No, I asked.
Oh, Oh, you asked. Sorry, my mistake. Okay.
There's a world of difference between let's kill someone and should we kill
She still
someone.
has her uses. I think maybe.
I will continue to sketch things.
Not just yet.
I don't mean interested in what's going to go on here. I'm just sketching things.
Sketchy. What should I do then?
Just turn to Cara. So, who was you selling these to? Who did have any buyers lined up?
I don't sell to anyone.
So, the captain was the one doing the selling, I'm guessing?
So she
Oh no, Captain had no idea about this.
She's middle.
Really?
She is middle person. Captain perhaps
So
found
who-
out about
Who
things.
did you work for?
Like I said, I have my fingers in many different
Hive,
pies.
we get it.
And who exactly is the baker of this pie?
Oh, I'm the baker.
If you ask who she works for, then I can command her to answer. Perhaps.
I think she is
Who do you work for?
freelance.
I work for myself.
Oh.
Okay.
They was
I work with other people. I don't work for people.
sketching things.
So who else did you work?
Is she still under command?
I don't know how long it lasts for.
Or is it just one command? I think it's a round.
I think it's one command that lasts around. Yeah. So. Yeah. So she's not to listen. Yes.
Give me a persuasion check. Make it a really, really high roll.
Persuasion 17.
17.
Oh, no, sorry, 15.
15.
I bet wrong one.
I could tell you, but I don't want to, because that makes me sound like a very inconsiderate person.
As you can trust us.
Inconsiderate? Yeah, we're sketching something. Why is she saying she's inconsiderate?
She just want to tell us who the partners are.
I see. Oh, the pie people.
Yes, the pie
Yes, the
people.
pie people.
The finger pie people.
Okay.
But you know that this exists now.
I'm just gonna take a, obviously being more the fight a bit character, I'm gonna just take more of a step in front. So if she comes to anybody, it's gonna be more towards me.
Can I,
And
sorry, just while this is going on, can I try and sneak backwards to sort of like the entrance where we came down a little bit? Just like in complete darkness so
Oh,
no one
okay.
can see me kind of thing.
Stealth check then.
That sounds like a good roll.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always indicative.
Roll.
got that time on the ship last week.
9.
Nice. She sort of turns towards you like, where are you going, love?
Just for a wonder.
I don't think I should let you go anywhere.
And you're going to stop me. I can do Kelpie voice then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you knowing about this place anymore is a good idea. You've got some sweet honeyed words about you to let get you in this far, but I'm not sure you're going to see the light of day again.
Oh. I'm not too worried about that, so I'm just going to keep just inching a little bit closer to her.
Can I,
To be incapacitated. I can do it.
Let's see how things play out. I'm confident I can do.
may I have a minute alone with our friend?
By all means.
So I need to
Take a
get
step
Cara alone for a minute in like a corner of a room.
Okay.
And I would like to cast Words of Terror.
Okay.
You get in the corner and go, oh, please, please, go on, please, do it, please.
Okay, so does it have to be alone when you cast, or is it just because
No, it has to be alone.
it states that you have to be alone? Are you sending these two from the sort of current area?
I'm just a minute alone.
We should go and have a look at these crates and see the crates. I can show you where the different places where they are from.
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
I might find a new weapon.
Yes.
Go have a look.
She looks at you just as if to say, "You just make my job very easy."
I sort of step up really, really close to her. And so I'm going to cast Words of Terror.
Okay, describe Words of Terror. What does it do?
Well, it says, I speak to them alone for 1 minute and it causes them to become frightened of me if it fails a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And that lasts for an hour.
That's for now. So what's the DC on that?
It's a 12.
So what do you say?
So I step up sort of really close to her, so where I'm like almost breathing there. I seem I'm a bit taller.
You are. You're like 6 foot, just about 6 foot. I would say than her, or you could be taller as a heron.
I'd like to be better.
Okay, let's say you're 6'8". So you're a good 8 inches tall than Cara.
I don't say anything.
You don't say anything.
No.
You just red eyes. Okay. It's almost hypnotic, and as you guys investigate some more of the crates around the corner,
Yes, we do. Lots of time.
it starts off. You hear a whimper, and then a moan escapes from her lips. And then it turns into just screaming like deep down gut wrenching terror ripping from her lungs, just like over and over and over again. You just towering above her, this statue of black with red eyes looking down upon her as you inflict this absolute horrific level of fear upon her. What do you do once you sort of cowed her into submission here?
I would like to do 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast Animal Messenger
Okay.
on if there's any moths nearby to
Okay.
get them to go and get them too.
You cast Animal Messenger, and a small red and black moth materializes with your hand, and it just flaps off towards them.
Go get them.
And next.
I think I'm just to her like, you're going to tell us everything.
By this point, she's just weeping and rocking backward and forward, just as if you became the thing of her nightmares. Clearly. You guys are off sort of looking. I mean,
I'm going through the different trade houses, and the history of this house is very interesting.
I'm fairly interested.
okay. Give me investigation checks.
12. 2.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Just one.
With 12, let's say you find a couple of books on elf heraldry that I've never seen before. They think they're quite tasty. With the two, you're just finding military swords and stuff like that. Nothing that's as good as what you've got already. Sadly.
Sword is so good. It can't be improved.
However, small, red, and black moth. Say small, like elm moth.
What did you do to it?
Good. Does it speak in common?
All in say what I've told him to say.
Okay.
To come back. She's right.
Okay. What does it sound like? Is it
intimidating?
Is it like it's just quite happy?
Yeah.
She's ready. Come back now. She's ready for us.
Okay. Minus, that's pretty creepy, but okay. You know longer than me, so.
Just repeats this over and over and over again.
You go first.
Yeah, I've been walking. I've seen it do this kind of stuff before, so I'm not too worried.
Okay, it freaks you out every time, the way that all of a sudden, like, this absolute terror over people. But it weirds you out, nonetheless. It makes you uneasy.
What do I feel from seeing this for the first time?
Don't get excited.
Am I aware that this is something that this comes naturally to Arakora, or is this more of an arcane spell?
You would, I mean, you've met Arakocra before. This does not seem to be a normal reaction to Arakocra. You've never seen anybody have this sort of a reaction.
This whatever Ingrid has just done. Is this a common trait among Arakocra?
No, this is not a common
trait
of Arakocra.
Magic? Is it magic?
Give me an Arcana check.
That's an 18, sir.
It has it's a magical effect, not a spell.
It's not a spell. It is. It's a class feature.
Okay.
It is.
So it's not a spell per se, but it is a magical effect.
Magical effect.
Okay,
it just induces terror in them.
Okay, that's what I'm keeping some distance from her at the moment.
Having seen Ingrid, you can see that she seems to enamour herself with the ability to misdirect and cause fear. This seems very much her wheelhouse sort of thing.
Okay. I'm still terrified, but carry on.
Okay.
Don't pay too much attention to it. You can kind of get through it. It's fine.
So the crests of the different houses.
So you've summoned them. What would you like to know?
What do you want to?
I don't know.
Usually I do.
So respectfully, you did this to her, and then you said, "Okay, do what you want with her." What is end of plan?
She means question.
Oh, question. No, so she's
not murder.
So she's in mental capacity where she can answer questions and speak truthfully. Are you going?
I mean, I've never really concerned myself with that part.
Well, we are in new ground and territory here. This is
ask her some questions, see how it goes.
Kneel down in front of Carl and be like,
"Ask her.
If you tell us who your associates are, I'll make sure she leaves the room. I'll keep you safe."
Did you kill the captain? Did you hurt the captain?
Yeah, we've got a few questions to
Go through the questions.
ask. So if you can let us know, I'll keep you safe, Summer. It's fine. Just I can't help you if you don't give us any.
I'll tell you anything what you want to know.
Did you kill the captain?
It wasn't me. I didn't. It wasn't me personally.
Who was it? Those associates?
Give me a persuasion check. At advantage, because she's absolutely horrified.
Was it intimidation?
Actually,
Intimidation.
can I?
You can roll them.
No. I was going to cast. I was going to use guidance.
Oh, okay.
One health.
Okay, that's fine. Cool.
You did say you were going to cast.
Yeah, so then we get another D4 on that, but it's a natural one. So
okay, that's fine.
Advantage?
She's just.
No.
I
had disadvantage.
Exhaustion.
She just ignores you, and she's just weeping.
Perhaps.
So,
you would like to have a small alone time with her?
As you bring her in towards you, she just screams and screams and screams.
So, Okay, we'll do that.
She's terrified of you for
An hour.
an hour.
Well, this is going to be a long hour, I think. I have an idea. I would like to cast disguise self as Captain Artemis.
Okay.
Using my magic initiate feat. I can do it once per long rest.
Okay.
So, in her current mental state that she's in, she is suffering some kind of mental breakdown here. I can imagine so, given...
Yeah.
So, I would... you, taking the form of Captain Artemis, I need to ask her... ask her and say, why did you do this to me, Cara?
Persuasion at advantage.
Uh, 15.
15. Weeping and sobbing.
Can I also have that disguise so it's still got the wound, and the wound is bleeding?
Nice, yeah.
So as if it's not been treated as if she's just seen him like that.
Yep.
Psychological warfare. I read about this in a book.
Wearing the uniform that she wears, and the
Yes,
face
yeah.
of her officer with the blood coming down the side.
Still dripping.
She says, it wasn't supposed to be like this. You were never supposed to find the cave. You stupid bastard. Why did you have to find the cave?
Why did you hurt me like this, Cara? We've been friends for years. You've hurt me so much. How can you live with yourself now, having hurt one of your best friends? What will John think of this?
You left me for that prick, John. Okay, we weren't together, but as soon as that little wanker turned up on the scene, you just had to spend all your time with him, bringing up him, showing him the ways, and you left me by the wayside.
Perhaps there was good reason for this. Perhaps you weren't a career soldier, were you? I know you weren't. Why did you never want to be more than just a soldier? Why did you make such an effort with these other ventures? You could have been so much more than what you are.
Because I'm sick of a life of hardship. And money comes easier to other ways.
You understand what I'm going to tell these people?
I
Do
do.
you understand how you've betrayed the kingdom and how you've betrayed my friendship? Cara.
I didn't kill you. She just keeps on repeating that for a while, just sobbing like, I didn't kill you. I didn't kill you. I didn't kill you.
Shit, maybe we've got the wrong person.
But you... The day we came here, you should have left well alone. I told you to leave well alone, and you wouldn't. I'm so sorry I didn't convince you. You didn't need to die. But I couldn't let you see what was in here.
Why did you let me die in the inn, Cara?
Because Inga needed to know you'd seen this place too. And it's more important to her.
So can I just repeat what Captain, sorry that. So can you just say, what did you... Inga needed to know that I had seen this place.
Yes.
Inga needs to know. Okay. Mental notes.
I know she's used it. We move in similar circles.
I'll look back at both with the face of a dead man still
She can't
bleeding.
even look at you anymore. She's just like sobbing and holding all this fear. And I'm so sorry, Artemis. You shouldn't have died. We just couldn't let you live. It's just rocking back and forward.
And the last thing, I will say the last thing. I wish our friendship hadn't ended, Cara. And I'll just step back, and I'll just drop the disguise self, and I'll just step back behind these two.
She's just left weepingly.
Well, we have the information that we need, I think.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
Slippery bitch.
Are you happy to take her back to the inn?
Back to the inn?
I did not move fingers. What does the finger movement mean? You know her better than me.
I know you don't want to know what she means.
I prefer not to know what she means, but I'm getting what is called the implication. Yes?
Yeah, you're probably not too far off.
So, I suggest a quick group discussion away from her crying, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. One of us was supposed to break her knees so she couldn't leave.
Can we seal the entrance, perhaps? Leave her here.
Forever?
Forever? Your eyes just lighten up. Forever?
Forever?
Well, we have got the information from her. How do you think that Inga is going to react if we say that something happened to Cara on the way as you were travelling to the? Did we tell Inga that you were going to the cave? I don't think we said.
No.
We made no mention of it. Is it going to look suspicious if we come back into the inn and Inga is no longer there?
The three of us could head back. If we leave her injured here, let Inga know, and maybe see if she comes running.
Are we the bad guys? It's the skulls and hats.
I've told you before.
I'm not sure.
They.
Oh, straight up today, of course. It's so much easier in seminary. So much easier. We don't grow.
Just going to reach into my clothes pack, just take out some rope, at least bind her hands.
Okay.
So we're safe from that.
It's easy to tie her up. She is an absolute mess. Are you just tiring her up, trussing her up?
I will go with the majority on this one.
Okay.
You seem quite skilled with your rope.
I don't want to look at you directly and be like, are you going to hurt this person? But you're the most likely person to be like, yes, break her legs.
Inga, do you want to hurt this person? I will ask it. It's fine. It's fine, GM. I will ask it. I will ask you hard questions that you cannot.
Ingrid's hands are clean, she just gets everyone else to do it.
Yes, she wears really thick gloves. They say that hands stay clean.
We can either tie her up and leave her here, or we can take her with us, or anything our imagination can come up with.
This is a possible idea. That, again, if we get back to group and maybe have a quick chat away from this thing is, perhaps if we say to Inga that we need to get a message to more of the watch to come along because we have found something suspicious. After all, did Cara not say we need to go to report this?
Yes.
So therefore, technically, we are not doing anything wrong. And I do like technicalities like that. It makes me feel better and I sleep better at night.
Perfect.
And what do we do with...
Oh, no. I didn't say I had that suggestion or that answer. I just said that to make her for that.
Do we take her with us? Do we leave her here tied up?
I think we leave her here.
I was going to suggest that we could take, if we took her with us and explained to Inga that she led us to this, that Cara led us to this, and then we need... But then the problem is that she will say, oh, the big scary bird lady made me cry and I saw a vision of Captain, so that might kind of, go against us in the...
What's the word? Entrapment?
Either way, our...
Okay, I will vote to say we leave her here. But I won't do all the rope. I have come with a suggestion. It is other people with gloves on to wear.
Then I'll get blood on hands.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, our methods may come off as a little...
Unorthodox.
That is one way of saying it. Messed up is also another one.
Illegal, maybe?
Yes.
Slightly psychological warfare.
I do not want to say illegal, but still. So yeah, I'll tie her legs
Tie her up.
as well, so it's just complete hog tied so she can't go anywhere.
Okay. Arms, legs, all bound up.
Yeah,
She's
behind
just
the
a
back, she
weeping
just
mess.
can't go anywhere.
Well, that is good not. You've done well there. I'm impressed.
She's still weeping as you leave the cave. Her sobs disappearing into the tree behind you, and eventually she would just.
I have a quick question, actually. I know you cast Magic Mouth earlier. Does the noise of that, if it trigger, is that just in the local area, or is that something that goes directly into her?
Would be that? Is that something that you would hear?
Or would you hear it in your mind brain? Or would you just hear it in the... or would there just be a giant scream of noise in the inn, just completely out of nowhere? Which would terrify the fuck out of everyone. I mean, that was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Someone leans on the door.
He's alive in there!
The captain is alive! I think it goes, oh shit, it's time to go!
No, it's just within.
I just within, that's fine. I wasn't sure if it was something a bit like a magic rune of some sort.
No.
That's fine, okay. So you terrified the inn people, the people in the inn. Somebody goes past and leans on it when they're drunk. The door, it was shouting! Yes, back to bed with you. Back to bed.
You make your way through the.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
rain.
use the light at the front, so we kind of know our... Do we know our...
The path is easier now that you've
Yeah.
travelled it once. And with two circling bird people above you, they're quite easy to sort of guide you from the ground and use your light as a beacon for them in the dark.
Can I suggest that when we get outside, one of you rides the horse?
I will ride the horse.
Whoever is most skilled at this. So if there's not too suspicious when there's one horse less, which gets to town. Also, the answer to horses, I don't want to steal them.
I have a +7 in animal handling.
Well, are you
I
tired?
have disadvantage on the check anyways.
So, are you going to ride back on Clara's horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, can
Can I sit on the back and just be like,
Yes. Yes.
So tired.
Yes.
Again, I've got knowledge of the ages to get proficiency with using a horse.
Absolutely.
When we get within, just viewing distance of the inn, can I use disguise self to look like Cara?
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
It takes you a couple of hours to make the ride back, and it is getting on now. It's
Yes.
late evening, so you're finishing around 8-9, I would say, for the journey there and back, and for the hour and so that you travelled underground for. You take the horses into the stables. You walk out as Cara, yeah, and the pair of you come out with her.
I can't use disguise self again, otherwise I would dress as Cara as well. It's really confusing. Yeah.
say some hay as a wig? I'll go with this as well.
Oh, Cara!
Should we get John to listen into any conversations that we have with Inga so that he can then arrest her if we have her confess?
I will pop in as you slowly make your way to Inga and suggest he follows me.
So your plan is you're going to go and talk to Inga first.
John to come over and kind of just eavesdrop on the whole
And
thing.
you've dropped on the whole thing. Okay.
And I'm MSD.
And you're just making
Minimum
sure
safe
that
distance.
this minimum safe
There we
distance.
go. Yeah.
Okay, so you beeline for Inga when you get in. Inga's by the bar. Just do a little. Okay, she polishing her mug, and she follows you through the back. You go over to John. She's like, as you walk over, he's just like, I'm watching everyone here like a hawk. Sorry, no, I didn't mean that.
You might want to use other appendages and just tap where his ear would be.
Okay.
Just like, if you follow me, you might want to listen in on something. It might help you get up to motion you've wanted.
Now we're talking, chappy. Yes.
But
Okay.
you must be quiet.
And I've sat reading one of these books on Elven Heraldry for the moment.
Okay. Give me a stealth check as you try and sneak closer with John.
This exhaustion's killing me.
You'll do that.
That's
yeah.
a 6.
Exhaustion will be the death of you.
Sadly, like
So, over there, yeah, this one.
your talons sort of clack on the wooden thing as you head over.
Just move
but,
and we break all the glass off all the tables and it makes so much
Turn
noise.
around, my wings just not getting flying.
but John got a 23, so his silence sort of he glides over like a smarmy person who's used to listening at conversations.
He's like the wind.
And you see him just place himself close to the door that leads off into the kitchen, where we hear perception checks, by the way.
Reading a book on heraldry. La 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 la.
Perception. Well, it would have been a nat 20s, but it's 21.
Oh, okay.
I got 17 for the lowest.
Nice.
Finally.
Nice. Tell us what they hear as they listen in.
Well, see, I've been trying to prepare to do a Scottish accent. I've not actually thought about what she's going to say.
Kara's Irish.
She's Irish.
She's Irish.
Kicks up Inga. That is shit.
Oh shit. This disgrace self isn't going so well.
I'm from Ireland.
Okay.
I'm an Irish girl.
In fact, I know we've got somebody in Northern Ireland who watches us, so please judge her for this accent.
You seen Father Ted?
Yes, I have.
Try and go for that.
Okay, hit me with
Your best shot.
hit me with your best shot.
We've got
What do I problem?
Joe, just don't think about it.
problem.
We've got what's a crack?
We found the cave. We're just gonna...
We found.
They don't know much else. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay.
Do it.
You say it in a wonderful. Give me as you try and imitate Kara's accent. Give me a performance check or deception, whichever you want to use.
Okay. Uh, 12.
12. Okay. Okay. You don't have to keep doing the accent.
Thank God.
So, what? I've forgotten how to do a Scottish accent now. It's my own accent and I can't do it. Right, tell me how it's kind of glad we. Right, okay, folks. Dial it in, alright? They found the cave.
Found the cave.
Fuck. You got it with them. Fuck. Right.
Problem is as well, I think they found a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what they know.
Did they find the door? The hidden door? Everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm about to serve dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to cut and run.
What do you mean?
We cut our losses. We head to the cave. We use our contacts.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say we cut our losses, nothing left here. We burn the place to the ground. No witnesses.
I think some of them would get out. Unless we use...
There's a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
We can put
the wagon in front of the main door.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will be able to get out. I've got I can deal with the back door. I'll lock it and all.
What about what we used for Optimus?
We'll dose everyone before we go to sleep.
Is there any left?
I got the last dogs off that merchant. I might have some more. They might be getting suspicious. He sold me that last stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if those guards talk to him, probably blabber.
I don't think they'll do that.
You hear all of this. And you can see, like, John going,
I just can't make mouth to him.
Can I? My curiosity has now got the better of that. So
Okay.
I'll come up to and I'll whisper.
I think she's got it at the moment. We need to. I think we need to back John's play. Give him the credit on this one.
okay. You see John sort of unclasps the straps around his sword at the sword belt. He's like, right, chaps.
I feel that self-check.
Which of you chaps is like the strongest? Like, because I tried kicking in the door the other day and I was really shit at it. So, like, if somebody kicks the door, and then I'll come out with my sword drawn and we'll arrest her.
Perhaps.
You might need to do the kicking.
But
I'm quite nimble.
I mean, look at me. I mean, what do you call it? I'm a nerd. I can barely kick a cat or a dog, let alone a wooden door. Perhaps I can.
I hope you don't kick cats and dogs.
No, I can barely do that.
Okay.
I didn't say I
That's
do
fine.
do that.
That's fine. Okay, then. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, perhaps I can.
Is the door locked?
I mean, it'd just be dramatic.
Well, perhaps I can.
How about
incapac-
stealth?
Perhaps I can incapacitate her carefully. If you open the door, I can see her.
Oh, no bloodshed. Yes, what are we doing?
So, if you open the door, then I cast a spell at her to incapacitate her, and then she can be tied up and arrested.
Excellent. 0 chance of damage to my body. I like it.
Would you like me to go in first? You seem a little
Perhaps if you
wimpy.
perhaps
It's not that. I'm very precious with myself.
Maybe
Stealth checks. You're pretty quiet.
Dirty 20.
I'm on 8.
Okay. Yeah, you were okay. You can just hear. Just hear someone scream.
If someone opens the door and we can see her, then I can incapacitate her.
Okay. So,
I will open. Push it up. Cast spell.
okay.
You charge.
You open, I kick. Spell.
Yes.
Okay.
I open. He spell. You charge.
Okay.
You don't need to kick if the door's open.
That's true. What am I kicking?
You don't need to kick.
Okay.
There's no kicking you wrong. I swear to
Right.
kill you.
I notified last time of the kicking, but just play first chance here.
Okay.
Just arrest.
So, okay. You have to know when the door opens.
I'm gonna just slowly open
Okay,
it
now-
and then
now-
go.
Now,
Just
now,
nod at him as I push.
Okay.
Now,
Everybody roll a d3, and we're gonna do like a see if we can all go on 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So. Okay.
I'm on 3.
What did you get?
3.
3. I rolled a 3 as well.
Well, I'm not going to cast anything until the door's open.
Okay, so
It's
on
literally
3.
the grab me. On 3. Wait, is that 1, 2,
Is that
3,
1, 2, then
1, 2,
3?
3,
And at that point, you open the door. John runs in. You're under arrest in the name of the king. And
I would like to cast. Now, I'm not sure if if you don't allow this, I've got another thing to do.
okay, no.
I would like to cast create water.
Okay.
and I want to create it in her mouth.
In her mouth?
So she chokes.
Okay.
So she starts spluttered, chokes, goes on her knees, trying to
Oh, okay.
puff up water.
Less violent, the straight in the lungs approach. I like it.
No, this is just basically going to be her, like,
It's,
from about there on.
Yeah.
It's not going into her lungs, that'll kill her
Okay.
because it's fresh water.
okay. I know that there's no sort of safe for that
this-
usually,
This
but...
is basically a weird way of using the spell.
Okay.
I don't think it's hilarious. Spell save DC is 12.
You righty-ho. I rolled a 2. That all happens.
So that'll be a whisper in the name of Gilney.
You see your bird, your Aarakocra companion at the door, sort of push it open, and you see that flash of grey and white feathers. You hear John screaming, "Stop in the name of the law," and drawing his blade at the same time. At this point, you see water just starts to gush out of Inga's mouth as she goes to the. She's coughing, she's choking, and there's this water pouring out everywhere in the back kitchen.
When she's on her knees,
Yeah.
and she's basically incapacitated, just is it possible to use the same spell to then use another spell slot to just destroy the water that's coming out of her mouth?
Yeah.
That's one spell slot to create, one spell slot to destroy. So then she's no longer choking, she's looking, I imagine she'll be looking maybe shocked, but then we've got the drop on her.
Okay. You see her holding her throat as the water is in there, and she starts to turn blue, and she's coughing and spluttering, and then you just, and she's just a mess. She's coughing, she's breathing heavily, and she's on the verge of passing out.
This is your turn now, by the way, John. Give me a nudge.
He quickly, yes. From his back, from the belt at his back, he takes out a pair of iron shackles, and he claps them on Inga. He's like, "I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but you're under arrest. Fill me in on it in a minute, guys, when I write my report." Thank you, Inga. I always suspected there was something weird about you.
I knew it.
Where's Clara then, chaps?
Well, I heard she got a bit legless.
Yeah.
She is.
No, she ran off.
Oh, you
Oh no!
No.
We are not monsters. No. Well, I am not. I mean,
I'm just saying, two prisoners would make me look even better.
Well,
you know?
we can take you to her, but then as part of the investigation for why you are arresting her, you will find where Carla is, who is an accomplice in all of this.
Yes. And we've done you a favour. She's already restrained for you. So you're not going to be protected when you go in and get her.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
You know?
Ignore these streaks of tears on her eyes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
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 There we go.
Yes.
Right. So that's
I'm
important to say
a
that.
cold,
And
heartless
ignore the fact
soldier.
she's hogtied in a cave and with no way out.
Honestly, there is context to this.
Yes.
We've been explaining before the report happens.
Okay, right. Let's just. Should we go? Are we going now? It's late. Should we go in the morning?
I don't.
I
What
think
she
she come late.
Yeah, she'll be fine. I could use a sleep.
Actually, just sleep. Actually, it's all of a sudden in front of the alpha. Kara fucking dies. This is the title card. I'm sure she can wait. I'm sure maybe she is. An early start in the morning, perhaps.
Yeah, very early, yes.
Okay.
But then who's going to prepare the meals? Inga.
She's like, oh, fuck off!
Yes, I thought you would have no clever comeback to that. Just as we planned.
You go back into the common room. You inform Enoch, the old man, Kale, the elven chap that was there, and the halfling who she had bought the poison and the healing potion off.
What?
everybody drifts off to sleep eventually. You manage to cobble together some food and some drinks for the night that you're fairly sure haven't been touched.
Before we eat, I will cast Purify Food and Drink on the selection of plates.
Amazing idea. To ensure that you eat safely and heartily, the food is cleaned and checked, and it's safe to eat. And you eat a really good meal. It's been a very busy day. And you get an early morning, and you wake up early in the morning and you head back to the cave. A couple of hours ride. John decides to stick with his own horse, which is the grey. And he's like, "Come on, Jahan, we're off."
His name is not John.
Jahan.
Oh, of course, that's fine, right?
John and Jahan.
John and what?
John.
John
John and Jahan, yes.
John's shot on his horse.
Although it's probably near the end now, would I get my spell slots back? From
You will get your spell slots, but you all have a long rest. I don't. You cast some spells as well, so you'll get any spells.
That's fine.
And you make your way back to the cave. You head down the tunnel. It takes you just about an hour and a half to make your way there. You're feeling more confident with where you step. You have light, and you're well rested and well fed.
And you're not fatigued anymore.
I'm not.
And
I decided to ride a horse this time.
I'm good at flying, but not that good. yeah.
The storm has calmed down in the night as well, so it's a much more pleasant day. It's blown itself out at this point. You make your way down into the caverns, and as you get closer to where you left Cara, no sign of her. Give me a quick perception check as you look around the now empty area. Crates are gone, bags gone, barrels emptied.
30-20.
30-20. Okay.
No idea that.
7.
No idea.
See, when I'm not tired, I'm good.
30-20. You find cleanly cut ropes. And you see the human-styled military cut boot footprints of Cara heading further away, as well as was a dirty 20?
Yeah.
What you believe to be possibly elven bootprints. Just a very shallow, like not a lot of weight has been passed there, and they've got that sort of foot shape.
There was an elf at Savin, wasn't there?
And they head further down. But stabbed into one of the sort of torch sconces, you find a note.
One go, pick up,
What is the...
get the light.
Okay.
What language is it in first? What language is this in, Jonathan?
It's in common.
Is it in common? That's this one. Okay. Just a legend.
It just says, "I'm coming for you, Cara."
We have a nemesis.
And that's where we're going to leave it today, folks! They do head back to the Marble City, making sure that Inga is brought to justice, and John does get a promotion for hard work. But you guys are rewarded for your efforts also. You find yourselves in the possession of 100 golden crowns apiece for your efforts and for making the journey back to the Marble City. But you've pissed somebody off now in this world, and they're coming for you.
She can try.
Then maybe we'll just have to be ready.
We will be.
Thank you very much for watching us tonight, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure playing for you this evening. A huge thank you for James, a huge thank you for Randy, and a huge thank you for Jessica. And a huge thank you for Ben, our sound and video guy, who I have not kept during these videos. So huge thank you for Ben for making this all possible. And again, thank you for you guys for watching. We hope we have a lovely week, and we will see you next Thursday. Bye for now.
Bye!
Gather round, brave souls, our quest begins tonight. Legends unfold in the castle's light. Dungeons dark and deep, heroes take their stand. Mysteries will keep in this ancient land. Castle of adventure, magic in the air. Through the storm we venture, our hearts beating fear. Wizards cast their spells, warriors raise their swords. In the night it swells with forgotten words. Castle of adventure, magic in the air. Through the storm we venture, our hearts beating fear. Wizards cast their spells, warriors raise their swords. In the night it swells with forgotten words. Castle of adventure, magic in the air. Through the storm we venture, our hearts beating fear. Friends we will become.